Figure out where y'all disconnect is, because you can't just be having all of this information. It's almost like you're hoarding the information and you're not doing nothing with it. And then you're clogging your brain up. And then when you go to do something with it, you're going to be confused because you're going to be mixing processes. And I don't want that to happen. The information is already, arbitration is already difficult in itself because you are, you dealing with straight attorneys. And she'll tell you when they got on that call with her, it was two of them. They really thought they was about to bully her. And then here I come through the line, because you got to tell your name first. And I said, Henry Ross and Consulting. And they looked, first they was happy with her, smiling like they just had her. Until they heard that Henry Ross and Consulting, and they whole demeanor changed. And then all of a sudden they needed to change the date, you know, and get the POA for her, because I'm not about to let them bully her. And at the point that she signed the POA, she ain't got to do nothing but sit there and be pretty, because I'm gonna go at their head, period. And by the time I get off of that call, she's gonna have everything she want, or we're going to federal court, and they not gonna want to go to federal court with me, period. And that's how you want your arbitrations to be. So arbitration can not just be your car, depending on your credit card contracts that hopefully y'all read. Yeah, it talks about a billing area in there, but 98% of your credit card contracts says that you can take them to arbitration too. So if you didn't read it, you might want to go read your cardholder agreement. It's going to be probably at the bottom and a little bitty writing. You can also use that as a way to not just throw it into a billing error, but throwing it in arbitration so that you can get your account in the status in which it is that you want your account. Yeah. Okay. So I'll take one question, one concern. If you get to talk about, I know you said one question next, I'm going to mute you. Don't think I'm being rude, because I've already pre-warned y'all, because it's not fair if I answer 3-4 of your questions, and then when I get tired of answering questions, people who had their hand up can't get their question answered because you didn't ask 3-4. So we are going to be considerate of everybody's time, including mine. And that's how it's going to go. Okay. So I need to know, where is y'all issue at so that I can try to correct it. Because a lot of those trustees on there, and I'm just going to be 100, y'all not looking. You're not going to tell me you can't find Credit One Bank. You're not going to tell me you can't find Discover Bank. Like, y'all are just not looking. Those are some of the easiest ones. Now, when you got companies that's hiding inside of companies and inside the other, that's one thing. Anybody with your state issues, your county services, your county water, and all of that, they are up under the parent company. The parent company is the Department of Revenue of your state. So if your water company is Wake County Water Company, and Wake County is up under North Carolina, that means that is up under North Carolina Department of Revenue. And you can find that under Dons and Bradstreet. If you cannot find them through the Security Exchange, they are up under Duns and Bradstreet, up under somebody's company, guys. You're going to have to look for it. So between the Security Exchange, I do know that the SEC.gov works when it won't. .report works when it wants to now. I don't know if they changing the system. I'm not exactly sure, but there are other avenues. You can't just stop at one thing and be like, okay, that's it. It doesn't work like that. Okay. So Amari, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yep. Go ahead and unmute. I just asked you to unmute.
My question, actually, last week, on the 20th, that was the first time I came to class. I'm just, because you said at that class, because I've been watching that video over and over, right? That you would send out the video from 11:30. I think it was a Wednesday, right, in November, because I wasn't here for the beginning of the class of the don't pay and all that. I'm just wondering, can you send that out, or if I have to repay for that or not?
Yeah, so the 11:30 class was sent out. When did you join?
I joined like a little bit before the 20th, like a day or two. I could resend you my
Was it when I decided to reopen the registration because I did close it? So which video do you have? Because I sent
Only last week's ones. I don't have, that's what I'm
you
saying.
don't have the one before. Okay.
Yes.
So what I'll do is, because I have y'all like in one big mass email, so I'll just resend it. If you already got it, just don't pay attention to it. That way I'll make sure that everyone has it. That was do not pay, do not collect status. I think two.
Yes.
I don't know, I do so many classes, but yeah, I will make sure that get out for you guys who have asked me about the 1099A. I have not sent that back out. One, I had to change it over because it was in a Google Drive. But if you don't have Gmail, like I had to go through this whole approval process, and I do not sit at my computer all day. Like I do have other things that I do besides this. So I needed to make it where everybody would be able to just get it and open it. And then not just that, you guys, you got to know how to find a trustee if you want to sit that to work. And I see from y'all list, y'all can't find them. But go ahead, what you about to say?
I really appreciate you. And I'm from Detroit too. Born and
Oh,
raised.
so you are, oh, hey, so you already know how we get down.
Yeah, you know that. I went to Osborne.
Did you? I went to Southeastern and Murder Right.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Mac and Bewick grade, baby.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute up. And I look forward to seeing that. And I really appreciate you. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. And you're changing my life. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Stuff like that is why I won't quit. Y'all see how much stuff get thrown at me? From the people that's hating on me to the people that's mad that they can't be my friend no more. People want to lie. Let me tell y'all, if I did not have tough skin and really didn't give two rats of a damn about much stuff, like I would have been quit. But I can't quit because this is what I'm supposed to do. So, and I've never been a quitter, so I'm not going to quit now. And more importantly, the 246 people that's on this call, y'all need me because clearly y'all do because y'all on this call. So I don't care how much stuff get thrown at me. It don't do nothing but make me keep coming back harder and things like that with just a simple appreciation or my credit score went up or something. Y'all keep me going. So I truly do appreciate that. Thank you. And for everybody else that was calling to check on me or inboxing me, trying to make sure I'm good. Oh, I'm definitely all right. I'm going to always be all right. Other people may not, but I'm always okay. But I'm not going to quit on y'all. As much stuff is being thrown at me. Y'all just keep me, lifted up or whatever. I don't get out of character too often. But sometimes you just have to. So that's just that. Andrew?
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. Where is your issue?
All right. So I don't really have what works for me. Let me know how this sounds to you. Is that when I type in like say T-Mobile or whatever trustee I'm trying to find, putting the company's name and then indenture usually helps me find the trustee because it gives it all in like a breakdown format. But because I live in a manufactured home, a mobile home complex, and so it's like a mortgage and a space rent, but it's private. It's not public. So I'm having a hell of a hard time trying to find a trustee for where I live. I don't know.
Are you saying that is a private company?
Yeah.
So you have to understand too that if they don't have access to the treasury window, then it doesn't work the same. Like they have to have a trustee. So if they just like a private landlord or something, no, it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, it does not.
Oh, okay.
So is it a private landlord or you said a manufactured home? So they probably
it's a whole complex. I own, well, I'm buying to purchase the one I live in, but you still have to pay for the land, the space.
Oh, so you paying for the land space through the county then, right? Or are you doing it directly through them?
Yeah, I'm paying I'm paying to them, but it's in two different companies, but they're partnered.
They probably hiding within the side of another company. Try to look them up on Duns and Bradstreet and see what you get.
DNB, I looked up, so I have to, I'm gonna have to pay into that, right?
No,
Oh, okay, because when I look up on it for free, I mean, when I don't, it gives me like maybe like one thing, and then the rest is like blocked out.
right. You shouldn't have to pay for it, but then y'all got to understand too. Hey, nothing in life is free, y'all. Y'all gonna have to spend a little
Understandable.
bit of money sometimes. That's just like an arbitration, depending on what company you do it through. You may have to pay that filing fee. It's $400 some. Y'all gonna stop at cheap, baby. I'm sorry to tell you that. I am. But let me make an announcement for the 8 of y'all that just came in this room. Y'all almost did not get in here. If you do not register for the Zoom an hour before it, stop leaving messages on breakout and everything else. Y'all make it to work on time. Y'all make it to everywhere else on time. Stop slacking on my class or you will not get in. Point blank and period for the 8 of you that I just let in, okay? I will call y'all by name, but I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Like, I think that is rude. It's more than rude, because if I can show up, you can show up. And then y'all leaving messages, my phone is lighting up because you slipped the bar and decided at the last minute to register for an email. You will not be able to register after today, after 6 o'clock my time. And I am Central Standard. If you have not registered before 6 o'clock my time, you might as well just go to sleep and wait for the replay, okay? Because I'm telling you, you will not get in. I don't care how many messages you leave, okay? Because it's rude, and I will not say it again, period. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna just have to pay into the D and
Do you look at your lease?
uh-huh.
Because normally within the lease, they tell you what bank is holding your security deposit. Read your lease. It may be in there. Your lease tell you a lot more than what you know. And then you said you're paying 2 different people. So look up under both names. If they got a whole lot, they got a trustee somewhere.
Right.
There is a company added in a company, and sometimes they don't make it that easy to find. But like if you got a private landlord, then no, they don't have access to the treasury window. Now, are there ways around certain things? Yes, but in a case like that, and what you guys are attempting to do, no.
Okay. I don't think it's private to where, like, I still think they're part of the corporation somehow. Yeah. Okay. And I couldn't tell you what I think you need to do better, but all I can say is thank you. And like you just said yourself, don't stop. Fuck what they talking about. You already know what you're supposed to be doing, and you doing it. I appreciate you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. It comes with the territory. It comes with the territory, but thank you so much. Can't stop, won't stop. I ain't gonna do the correct harder. That's just the way I look at it. Come back harder. No. Mojo.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So it was real. Just the video, the replay that you sent to us last class was amazing. Like, I was able to find my problem wasn't finding the credit card companies or my car company. It was real easy to find those just based off of that replay. But the only thing when it came down to student loan, I couldn't find the trustee for the student loan that was on my credit. Could not find that at all. No matter what I did, put in the name of the student loan and then try to put indenture trustee next to it. Nothing came up. Tried Dun and Bradstreet. Nothing came up.
What's the company name?
Nelnet.
Oh, you got Nelnet. Oh no. Keep talking.
Yeah, Nelnet student loan. It's like an old company. I'm not sure if they renamed themselves something different. But that was back in like 2018, 2017. So I'm not sure if they're a new company now, but I could not find the trustees for Nelnet student loan. And that's the main thing that I have on my credit report that I'm trying to get taken off. I looked into the Family Act. Really couldn't find much. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, maybe researching it wrong. But I'm gonna keep looking. But that trustee, That's the only thing that I have a problem with. I think when it comes down to student loans, I think that's where the problem lies. Everything else is fine. Credit card, was able to find that. The auto loans, auto companies, but yeah.
You're gonna be so bad at me. So
So
Nelnet runs out of Allo Communications LLC. It literally takes me 2 seconds to find it. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up here. I found it for you on my phone though, so hold on, let me pull it up on here for y'all. And I'm gonna show y'all what I did that quick just by asking him the name and getting it. Hold on, y'all.
kind of sounds to you 2 seconds. You took me like out.
Yeah, it literally took me 2 seconds. Sorry. Well, I sometimes it make it hard for me too, but not often. But hold on. Let's see. All right, so let me go back to y'all and show y'all what I just put in to show you how I found it on that. Let me let the late people in the room, guys. Huh? Charles, this is the last time you can come late to my class. After that, you have to wait for the replay. Thank you. Okay, can y'all see my screen? Just wake your head, shake your head or something. All right. So y'all see what I put in? Nelnet SEC filings. So I don't want to go to that one. So I'm gonna go down a little more. Oh, actually, I could go to this one. That ain't the one I went to though. I actually went. So y'all know that they up under the security exchange. So sometimes putting in just indenture trustee may not work. So just putting in Nelnet or whatever company it is, SEC filings, right? So it took me to their filings. And I know that, what do we want? We want that 10K or that 8K form, right? Back up. Bam, there it is. View the latest 10K. Well, that's taking forever to load. Hold on, yeah. They'll let that do what it do, but let me go back. So if you notice, they did a beneficial change of ownership. They're not under Nelnet no more. I don't know if y'all know that Nelnet got in trouble, but they did. Here's their website. Do you know on their actual physical company website, you can find all of their forms. Now y'all see I'm on Nelnet site. All I typed in was the filings. Y'all see these? Now this is one they did in 2020. That's the 8K form. So you just go right here. Y'all seeing the same screen I see? Okay, here it is right here. So now you're gonna go down somewhere. Remember these, I told y'all how important these are. I will definitely read those and add those in there and go down some more. There you go. So Nelnet is now a subsidiary of ALO Communications LLC. So you're gonna go look for this. Why is it doing all of it? I don't want all of it. I just want this. You suck. Not today, devil, not today. This really sucks, but hold on, yeah. It's freaking late, folks. This is crazy. It just won't let me just copy just that part, but hold on. So let's see what else on this sheet at the top. This is just the AK form. So on the AK form, it'll tell you that. Here you go. So pursuant to the registered requirements of the Security Exchange Act of 1934, that act that I told y'all to read, the register has duly caused the report to be signed on behalf of the duly authorized. So who is the authorized person? It will be this James Kruger person right here. He is the CFO. So you can send it to him. And the address that you're going to send it to is this one right here. If you are doing a 1099 on them, here is the employer identification number that you need to use. If you want to go pull their reports from the SEC itself, you can put in their commission file number, which is right here. But that's how I did it. I just typed in Nelnet SEC filings. And like I said, for every company, even, I'm going to show y'all another one. For all y'all talking about y'all couldn't find this cover. And if you scroll down before I do that, if you scroll down, you'll find their 10K form. You just got to look for it. They got a lot of different forms that they file, but the most important would be the 10K and the 8K form. But I tell you, it's right here. So when it pop up like this, you're like, I don't see anything. You got to go click here. If you want it to be a PDF. And here it is. There's their trading stock symbol number. There's that principal address again. And this is all this good information that if you read it, it'll tell you in there how they suppose, whatever they're supposed to do for us consumers, you will find it within here somewhere in those readings. But let's go down some more and see what we see. Wait a minute. It talks about the education technology services and the payment system processing, the loan services systems in which it is that they use. It tells you how it talks about the Title 4. We've talked about that a couple different times. That's one of the things that you can use to get dads off of child support because it falls up under the this particular title right here. So like I said, these 10K and 8K forms provide you guys with a lot of information that y'all just like skimming through, trying to find what it is that you need. When all your answers, they actually wrote it, but they just know that you're not gonna read it because this thing is 201 pages long. They know you're not gonna read it. But it's crazy how, if y'all notice, let me go back. If Nelnet is supposed to be for student loans, why are they now up under a communication company that does social media platforms, direct marketing, call center, its website, communication center? But wait a minute, aren't they supposed to be student loans? Right. So that's how you find it. You got it? I don't know where you went, but that's how you find it. So now y'all know. Anybody got Nelnet? Now you know where to find them at. So that if I was doing a claim against them, I would definitely put who their parent company is, and I will go look up the information for Allo Communications. So now let's look. Look, see, I pop right up. Like, but I'm still trying to figure out how's a fiber company a part of Nelnet. So Nelnet is a diversified technology and educational solutions company. There it is. Let's see. I better go get my charger, or we're gonna all get cut off. There you go. And there's your form. For Nelnet. You got it? Chocolate.
My thing is, because I'm looking at the dates and it's saying 2020. So that's the issue that I'm having with mine. Like, I'm finding stuff, but it's really old. It's nothing in not even 2021 or 2022. Nothing that current.
So when you run into something and you only can find something at 2020, if you read their document, it'll tell you their filing time. Some companies have to do it quarterly. So their whatever contract that they already got in place is going to be good for 2 years, 3 years. So that's why it's important to read the contract. So long as you don't go back, because if you look, their physical year ended in 2015. So theirs is more than likely what's this year, 2023. So theirs could be every 5 years, is within the contract. It depends on the particular contract that they sign with the security exchange, their security agreement that they have on file. Some major companies, like your car companies, your banks, they have to report their every 3 months with them. So you will find one that's more updated. But if you're looking and you can't find nothing after 2020, then 2020, that's what it is, baby. That's going to be the information that you're going to use, okay?
Mine is a car. So that's it.
Who's the car?
It's Kia.
Oh, girl, hold on.
So
I know
I looked up Kia, and I was having a problem getting the old one. So when they finally sent me my contract in full, I seen it say Hyundai. So
because Kia is under Hyundai.
So I looked up Hyundai, and I still was having a problem finding a current, like a 2022. See, this is what keep coming up, General Motors, and I'm like, okay, under General Motors, like, did I miss something? Like, it's a bunch of confusion.
It could be. And sometimes you have to look a little more. So come on, let's find Kia for you.
Girl, I've been looking for like weeks. Like, these people,
they did one on February 23rd, 2022.
Yeah, but then when you go directly to the SEC to put it in, like, this don't come up. This is so weird.
Bam. So under this one, it shows that they up under Group 1 Automotive. These people changed their name, but let's make sure that this is Kia and not something else.
Wow, that's crazy. Group 1. Oh my God, these people are too much. Girl, you'll never believe. Like, I finally found out why they was holding my contract back for so long. Like, they forged my signature on so much of the documents.
Yeah, they do. But technically, they did and they didn't.
Like, it looked night and day from my real signature. It looked like a whole nother name, damn near.
It's because it's under the Electronic Fund Transfer Act. So they took your original signature and put it in the electronic system. And then that's how they are forging your signature. But that's a good thing because that's now showing you the dealer fraud. It's showing you a couple of other things for you to be able to
see, Nika, I'm telling you, like, this from I got so many digitally signed like pieces of evidence here that thing looked like somebody like tried to hand sign it. Like, it didn't even look like no digital nothing. I was just like, wow, the audacity. And it's not until I did the CFPB report that
they give it to you.
Yeah, they decided to release it to me.
Yeah, because they don't want to give you that because now you're showing all of the fraud. And baby, use that to your advantage, especially when you are doing your
Yeah, I'm in arbitration now, so I'm waiting to
make sure you get everything you want while you're in arbitration.
Child, they done closed out the CFPB and everything.
They
Like,
will, because they don't want the CFPB to kind of know.
this is crazy. These companies is too much. Like at this point.
That's correct.
Oh my God, this is what I've been going through all week, Tivika.
What's the
Like,
name? Did you get it from the Kia dealership?
yeah.
No, it was a Kia dealership. Hold on.
Mhm. Like, this is what I really been going through. And I'm just like, what is these people up to? Like, it shouldn't be this.
They like to hide. See, there's another way y'all can get into the SEC. Search for company filings. To the last people, hold on. To the last people I just let in my room, this will be the last day that you will be late, or you have to wait for a replay. You will not be able to register or come late after today. Thank you.
Girl, I thought I won when I found the Hyundai, but then I was like on a hunt with the Hyundai too. Like, these people is really, really going in on the hiding.
Yeah, because Kia is under Hyundai, but I can tell you that they didn't.
I think it's spelled wrong. I think it's like you. I think. No, I think it's.
Oh, I damn so spell motors.
Yeah, Hyundai.
So they under. So I can guarantee you they traded it when they turned your promissory note to cash. Remember, only a trust can deal with a trust. So they took it through Hyundai Audible Receivables. So let's go down and see. Yeah, that is it. So they are under Group 1 Automotive.
Wow.
James, this will be the last time you can come late to my class. You have to wait for the replay.
Wow, this is like really so far from what you.
There you go. And you say they have under Toyota and all of them. Look at this. And this ain't even the form I want. They changing forms. But look, they got BMW up under them.
Wow.
Because me, when I take them to arbitration, if it was me and I was taking them to arbitration, I wouldn't just take the physical company. So you see how they talk about the subsidiary groups? So it'll be up under the subsidiary groups.
Mm-hmm.
You see how they got Santa Fe, BMW. All of these companies are up under the Group 1 Automotive. So the one that you found that had Group 1 Automotive on there, that is the one that you. Okay, but hold on.
These people are so much.
Really on this play, they want us to log into everything now.
I'm telling you, like, it really like how you was saying that girl took weeks. I was feeling like I was her at the moment. Like, this is like a treasure hunt. Like, what is these people really up to?
Oh yeah, they don't like to make it easy for you. But here you go. They're under U.S. Bank Trust National Association and Wilmington Trust. Here's their sales and servicing agreement.
Like Wilmington Trust.
You know, you can use this against them. Go pull their physical agreement. So they're under, they up under a couple different things, but their actual trust bank will be U.S. Bank Trust National Association and Wilmington Trust National Association. So let's go down and let's see. And this was just done on November the 16th, 2022. And this is their actual said agreement that they have on file with the Security Exchange. So it's some information I can guarantee you that is obtained within here that will assist you in what you're trying to do. You're just going to have to pull it.
So which app is this?
I don't know. So what I do is,
I know we so far in the rabbit hole.
yeah, so I'm just showing you guys that even with me, you still, here you go another one. And now this is on Hyundai's actual website. Because remember, they have to make all of these documents public. So here's their public documents. And this is up under Hyundai Capital America, which is all still under Hyundai. But just when you put it in, and what did I put in the search bar? So I put in Hyundai Receivable Trust SBG Global Report. And it's crazy. They have never made me log in. I do got an account, but I don't feel like going to find my login. But it looked like they trying to make us get accounts now if you want to get the SBG Global reports. Because I've never had to log in, but I do have a login. So it's free to get the extra information through them. But that's how you will get it. But you just have to keep trying. Like, they do not make it easy, but for the most part, it be on their physical website itself. Just put in their name and put in SEC filings and then go from there. Sometimes, as y'all see, it do take a little digging for you to be able to.
That website that you had me on, I never seen that Hyundai website. I was on a whole
I was on this one right here.
Okay.
So it's realdealdocs.com. And if you put in agreements with an S on the end, realdealdocs.com, then you're able to pull any of their service agreements up, which they are actual legal documents drafted by their physical law firms, drafted them up. And if you are doing arbitration, you are going against their attorneys. So you want to know what they have, what they said in order to be a security transfer agent, AKA you an investor to these people. So they have to have it on file. They just hide it. Put in just one name, Hyundai or whatever the case, but I can guarantee you it's on their physical websites too. Mr. Wilson, the last time you can show up late to my class or you only have to get a replay. Thank you. You got that?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Ruby.
Hey, sis, I bow to you first and foremost. I like to give you your flowers while I can. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome.
You know I'm 313 all day long. That's not my hometown, but that is my stomping ground. All my family is in Detroit.
We like to stomp. No.
Yeah, honey, I love them crazy niggas. Shoot your house up, all that. I love it. But anyway, moving right ahead. So I'm having some issues with mortgage fraud. And I guess if you can get me a private consultation before February, that's fine. It's an issue, but not right now, because I've already paid my January mortgage. But my question for tonight seems to be, when I'm doing like the 1099A, you said we can do them quarterly. So I have a credit card that's for $20,000. I've never used that much. I'm still paying down the $5,000. So when I go to ask for my dividends, do I just do it for the 12 months of just that $5,000? Because I know the other ones I'm gonna do for the maximum amount of the card.
No, because see, the thing of the matter is, I don't care if you use $2 and you got a $20,000 year limit. They got $20,000 from your trust.
Mm-hmm. From the time I open it. So do the 20,000 instead?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
And then just one more quick question. It's kind of confusing. When you find the trustees of the companies, I guess an issue that I'm having is how I go about telling them, do I want them to start paying my bill from here moving forward and start like finding CFRs to put in my PDF? I was just gonna create a Word, and will I still be able to file quarterly? Would that be fraud on my behalf? Does it make sense?
No, so the thing of the matter is when you have them performing as they supposed to, you don't have to do anything because you are the beneficiary. So as the beneficiary, is for you to direct them to administer your account in the manner that they're supposed to. So once you got them and you guys are upon agreement that they're going to handle your account correctly and not end up in federal court, then they do it. You don't have to do it any longer.
And I don't have to do the 1099-A after that.
No, ma'am. You don't have to do anything. You will put that in your instruction letter to make them do it because technically they are the ones that they're already doing it. They're just not crediting your account.
Okay, and I'll send you an email with this mortgage fraud deal. I need to have some issues. I know it's going to be a hassle because they're going to try to take my house and all that, but it's not to that point.
They actually really don't try to come take your house when you do, because mortgages is not as everybody come up with that rescind. No, mortgages is a whole lot deeper than that, but they can't easily take your house like if you are getting evicted. It's a lot more to it than that. And once you put in your claim with them, the mortgage company actually is one of the easiest ones that comply, to be honest with you. You got to just do it right.
Okay, that's what I need help with, but not right now.
I don't know where my books is. I haven't looked for today, but you can, my consultations now, y'all, is all automated. That's ultimately why somebody got mad. It's all automated. You can go right on my Stand Store book and it's all electronic and it'll come right to me and you can set your own date and time according to what my schedule is, okay?
Okay, I'll do it tonight. Thank you.
You're more than welcome, darling. Miss Nicole.
Okay, I think you already, first of all, thank you. I'm glad you're okay.
You're welcome.
Please stay safe.
Absolutely. Right. I won't try to kick down no more doors, I promise.
I think you've answered my question. I think I was being stupid. I was stuck on the fact that SEC.report was not working. And for a couple of days, I was freaking out. So I don't know what happened. I think all of us going there and you teaching us something, the government was like, y'all ain't getting here. So I think using the SEC.report you showed us in the last class.
Right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And you're right, they be putting a little damper in it. So I remember I told y'all we had a company that to do our stamps and stuff. Yeah, we got so many stamps done. They told us they can't make no more of those stamps for us. Like, why you can't make those stamps for like, yeah, they said they can't make those stamps for us no more. So it's like, don't worry about it, I'll find another one. But yeah, they like, nah, we can't make that no more. And I'm like, yeah, the government, they got to them. They like, don't make no more of those stamps. I don't think they knew what they were making, but yeah, now they're giving us the issue. So let's see if it works now. Nope.
Okay, so but the ones that they put on their website is the same thing that they would put on that website anyway. So I think I'm
correct. So what you do is, if you can't see, going in to SEC.report, it just took you straight to the page, right? So it just made it easier. But what you can do is just put in SEC.gov, go to filings. No, I don't want no feedback. So y'all see where I went? Go to SEC.gov, go over to filings. Okay, go to company filing search, and then just put the company in. Okay. It's just, now you just got to go through more pages instead of SEC.report, put it right up there for you. So let's just say everybody was looking for Discover. This y'all lucky night. Here y'all go. But now I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all can't find it. So you see how you got Discover Financial Company and Discover Bank. They got two different ticker numbers, right? Now, let's click on both. Because you're going to end up needing both because they're filtering. Don't forget, they have an intermediary bank. So they're feeding your securities. They're charging you under one part of their company, which would be Discover Financial Services. Okay, and I'm going to show y'all that too with the credit reporting agencies when y'all doing y'all report. Which one y'all supposed to send it to? Because TransUnion LLC and TransUnion Financial Services are the same company, but two different companies, and it's one of them that you want and not the other. So you see for Discover Financial Services, I put it right in, and you see, bam, Here's their current report. So that's through the 8K. And you see they just did theirs December 14th because we're at the end of the year. So for all of you wonderful people that needed discovery, y'all better snapshot this page because there y'all go. So here's their IRS number. Here's their principal address. You see that big old Delaware. I keep telling y'all, put y'all business in Delaware. It's an anonymous state. So then here we go with these CFRs again that you will use against them. Why? Because they signed to it. And let's go down some more. Well, look at this. Monthly credit card charge off and delinquency statistics. So as you know, they charge off our accounts every single month. And they just telling you this within their form. So let's go down some more. Now let me move this. Hold on, yeah. Go away. So not only is this Philip Castro Giovanni is the vice president, he's also the secretary and the deputy general counsel, which means he is the attorney for them. So we got that. That's on the 8K form for Discover Financial Services. Now let's go back. So to their 10K form, and you see with the 10K form, because they after, you see when they said their annual reporting was done was December the 31st. So they have until March the 31st. They had until March the 31st of 2022 to get this report in. So because their fiscal year that in December 31st, 2022, they're going to have until March the 31st of 2023 to turn this filing in. So you'll be using this report here. And here we go. Because all about their business. Let's see. It even tell you how they process your payment. When I tell you, they tell you guys everything within their report. They tell you. So let's see who their bank is. Oh, how many pages is this thing? All right. Here go all these wonderful people. They got a lot of different people. Here's all their directors. So if you ever get it and you get all of these people, send it to the first three. Now let's find the bank because they Discover is its own bank. So here we go. John T. Green. Here's some more acts that they had to sign. I would definitely read those. Can't even tell you that they securities. Look at that. All through their forms, they telling you that, because you know you the beneficial owner, right? You are the security holder. You know that, right? You know, all of these companies that you're paying, you are actually investors into their company. Anybody that is filed up under the security exchange, they are investors. They're investment companies, and you are investing in your company, in a company, every time you give them your social, every time you put money into their financial institutions or whatever the case may be. And it's crazy. Look at this. You can actually tell them under one of their codes. So this EGRRCPA is their actual code under the Consumer Protection Act. They tell you everything. This here go the code that they were supposed to put in if you had issues during coronavirus, how they be trying to, they can't help you. Here's all their code right here. And as you see, they're also backed by the FDIA under the Federal Deposit Insurance Act and the FDIC all different. You also, when you're complaining about these companies, y'all see there's a company called the Federal Financial Institution Examination Council. Then you got the general accounting principles. If y'all never read about GAAP, the general accounting principles, you definitely want to read on that, because when you guys are putting in your complaints or you're asking for documentary evidence, when you're doing your billing error, you want to ask them, please, y'all get a pen, write this down. I will give y'all 2 seconds to get a pen. I don't care if you don't put nothing else in that billing error. You're going to put for them to provide all documentary evidence on the public and the private side according to GAAP, the accounting principles generally accepted, GAAP. That is the information you want from them, because that is the rules that they are supposed to go up under. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, under TILA, and everything else is up under the general accounting principles. Okay, so make sure that you guys put that in there. You want documentary evidence on the public and the private side per the stipulations of the GAAP. And if I was y'all, I would go read that before you get to talk about the GAAP, because you don't want them to think you're talking about GAAP to store, okay? So you want to know what you're talking about. So there's discovery. And then if y'all look, if you notice, you see this? It tells you how to read the form. So you'll know what you're looking at. How to read the 10K and the 10Q form. Look what it says. If you want to follow or invest in a U.S. public company, you can find a wealth of information in the company's annual reports. All the information you need is in their reports, and they flat out just told you that. Most U.S. public companies are required to file a 10K each year with the U.S. Security and Exchange. Non-U.S. public companies usually file their annual reports with the SEC on different forms. So it'll tell you what form you need to be looking for. It'll tell you how, because technically with you being a shareholder, yes, you do get a statement every single month with your dividends, but where's your end of the year reporting? But when you ask them for documentary evidence up under GAAP, you'll be able to get that. Okay. My good brother Jamel. Where you go?
Hey there, Queen. How you doing today?
I'm absolutely wonderful. And yourself?
Yeah, okay, now I've been going crazy trying to find with this Sparrow Financial Credit Union. Now I know I've been looking. Let me tell you something. I've been in Law Insider. I've been in the EIN Tax ID. I've been all over the place trying to find indenture or anything. So I found something, but they got like a million different banks that is called the holding companies. I don't know where else to look. I'm losing my mind because I don't know which one to pick, and I'm struggling with this one. I've been hunting. Now trust me, I got so much information, but I just don't know how to find a solid foundation with them. It's for my car, but I talked to you about this before, but I found it's called let me see, I can tell you real quick. It is iBankNet is where I found a lot of this information from, but I have no idea. It's got they got all the reports from 2022, but it ain't giving me no names. It ain't giving me. But when I look at holding companies, banks, they got so much stuff on here. I just don't know where to look. I need your help.
What's the name of it again?
Sparrow Financial Credit Union. No, SPERO Financial Credit Union. Yeah, that should be it.
Now you remember credit unions are nonprofit organizations, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what we
I know. Look, they're 5013C.
That's crazy. So if you know that the actual credit union is a nonprofit, then they wouldn't be up under Mhm.
I don't look. I mean, I have been working. I've gotten a lot of other stuff done. I'm just waiting on some feedback. But this right here, this is the one that's kicking me in my head. See, that's why I kept finding this that therapeutics, and I'm like, nah, this ain't no therapeutics.
But now is it though? Because don't forget that the actual credit union is listed as a nonprofit. So remember when I showed y'all last week about Navy Federal, how Navy Federal Credit Union is not listed up under Security Exchange, but Navy Federal Financials LLC is, right? So let's see.
Oh my God. So I've probably been looking at it the whole time.
Because they up under another company.
Yeah, and that's what's killing me.
They can't do it up under they can't do it up under the credit union itself because they're supposed to be what?
Non-profit.
Profit. And you see, you know, our credit unions are federally insured under the National Credit Union Association.
Credit union.
Did you look up under the National Security Association?
No, I did not look up under that. See, now that's let me write that down real quick because I'm going crazy.
Yep, all credit unions are up under the NCUA. So let's see. Let's see where they're hiding. They definitely hide. Oh yeah, they hide for real, for real. So now you remember with them is always the board of directors.
Yep. I got all the CEOs, CFOs. I got a lot of information of their names and of people who are in charge. But you know, it don't give no kind of like if I want to send that to them, I got like you told me to send it to the CFO, or I mean the CEO, the CFO. But I was just thinking, man, it's got to be somewhere that they doing this up under, they hiding somewhere.
They sure is. So you seen all these good people, right?
Yep. Yep. I got that. I got it all wrote down and highlighted. I got the EIE. I got everything I need, but I just can't find like what I'm looking for, what you've been teaching. Because I even with my credit card company, one of them, they got a parent company. I found their ass too. And so I went towards them because of the parent company, because I can't go against them because they up under them. So I went to they actually one of them is under Citibank.
You better not make me log in.
Yeah, I've been all in LinkedIn too. That's why I got a lot of my information from was LinkedIn.
You gotta dial me again. Not today. Yeah. So in a case like that, it's to the CEO and the CFO and they board it.
Okay. And that's all I just want to be sure.
Yeah, send it to them. And if you have a list of their board of directors, you can send them to there too.
Okay. I got all this information. I've been working since
and then you can get his email from right here. That's why I like
got all that too.
But y'all talk about y'all can't find something. There you go. All y'all gotta do is go on LinkedIn. It's gonna give you their email, and you got put them all in spreadsheets and all type of stuff.
That's when I was asking about that 1099 again, because I was like, I got all, because as far as like right now, I'm combing through my contract, and so I've been using to understand what I'm doing with that was at lawinsider.com. I've been using that.
Yeah, you been finding they full contracts, haven't you? Somebody been
You better
listening.
you better believe it.
I keep telling y'all, and he telling y'all too, that Law Insider, I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna show y'all some. Their physical contracts that
Oh yeah.
their security that they have on file, and they full of all the stuff. They telling on their stuff, bro. They telling everything they supposed to do. Law Insider. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it. When I tell y'all that this, but I told y'all that it wasn't gonna be easy. Like, I didn't lie to y'all, and even sometimes y'all even see me, like, I ain't no different than y'all. Sometimes it's hard to find, sometimes it's not. I just know how to maneuver it just a little bit better. Maybe if y'all need to snap this nail net, y'all better snap it before I close it.
I'll tell you one more thing, sis. I'm gonna tell you one thing that I did do. I was listening to you about. Not only I was getting in there, I said, and I done sent off my letters to some people already, and then I followed up with the CFPB. I'm just waiting on some insight. I got an email telling me about it, saying, they gonna get back with me because that one company had a parent company. And I was like, okay, now I skin that cat, I'm gonna find a parent company. And once I did that, now I'm just waiting on somebody. I'm just waiting. That's all.
And basic patience is a virtue. It'll do what you want.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm gonna
now,
mute
for
myself now.
guys, you good. Some of you guys that are doing CFPB complaints, if you have an account already and you've done a CFPB complaint with a company before and they either closed it or didn't come back, what they'll do is the CFPB, if it's been within maybe the last year, they'll say it's a duplicate report. So if anybody gotten those issues, this is what you do. Do not log in. Do not log in to do the complaint. Just do the complaint. Use a different email that you use different from last time, and that's how you stop them from realizing that it's you again, okay? So, this Law Insider that we have been talking about, y'all see this? This is one of the best things ever in the world, point blank and period. Because it gives you all of their contracts. I might need to redo my account with them. You can do the free account, which is the basic access, but I like to get all the good stuff. It's not much. I need to redo it, but you can always start it for free. But let's so I just put in Discover, and I'm just gonna go to contract type. It tells you all about their agreement. It tells you their trust, their statutory trust, and that they're under Discover Bank as a depositor. Then they talk about the notes. It talks about the indenture trustee as U.S. National Bank Association as trustee. Then it tells you that between Discover Bank as a beneficiary, but wait a minute, how is a bank a beneficiary? Because us. Then they got Wilmington Trust Company is the owner trustee. Here's all that information, y'all. Law Insider. Law Insider. Here y'all go. Here is the thing that they put on file. Yes, they do be long. Some of them are shorter than others, but there you go. It's going to give you their information. And so what I did, let me recap to show y'all again how I got to that. It even give you the SEC filing number. So sometimes if you can't find them under the SEC and you come to Law Insider, it's going to give you their filing number. You copy and paste their filing number. Go back to the EGAR system. Oh, that's the ticker symbol. That's their file. Now let me see if I put it up here. Would it give it to me? Oh no, it took the whole word. I wanted just the number. I didn't want all that, but let's go back to the, let's close this. I'm gonna help you see if I can find some more stuff on the other thing for you too. But go back to Law Insider. Put the name of the company there. Somebody give me another company, American Express. Cause see, their trust agreement that they have on file is what you want to be able to use against them. It's the full one. This is an old one, but if you see, you could just go in here and put it in and put that information in. You can pull. You can even pull up definitions on here. Consumer contracts mean an agreement between the retailer and the consumer that includes the supply, electricity, and distribution services. Like, because depending on what you're dealing with, it will depend on what the definition is. So you can have definitions in here. You can look at the different agreements. So this particular agreement is between the Communications, Energy, and Paperwork Union of Canada. I did have somebody that emailed me. I don't know if you're on here and you're for Canada. I told you it does work. It does. You can find a lot of their information up at the Law Insider as well. You'll find their trust documents. You'll find their security agreements. It's just going to take a little bit of looking. If you can't find it always under the security exchange, these are the other things that you can do to be able to find what it is that you're looking for. Let me see something. Dad's really making Dad really on some extra SBG Glow. I'm gonna show y'all on the next class because I don't feel like going through this login process with them because I never really ever had to. But I wanted to show you guys how to note move. I do actually have theirs in my phone somewhere, but yeah, it'll probably take me forever to look for it. But Law Insider would be your best friend. Miss Janet.
For everyone. Okay, so I got to say this one thing though, and then I'm not going to mention this everything, even though she said something about it, but y'all just seeing that video, that lady was running around that corner like she was Flojo though. I just wanted to say that. It's funny, but not funny, but I just had to say that one. But what my issue is with CFPB, like just doing the complaints and stuff like that. I've been getting like a lot of no's. I've been using the CFRs and stuff like that, but it's just, I don't know, it's not working for me. I'm on my third one, like I told you, Tamika, that for Pro Collect, I don't know what else to do with them folks right there.
Now, what's Pro Collect?
Pro Collect is a debt collection for an apartment complex. Yeah, that one right there.
Yes.
Yep, they out of Dallas, yeah.
And you've already submitted the dispute.
Yeah, I did. I'm working on the one that that you were telling me about, you know, like doing like the civil court cover sheet. So I'm working on it right now and working on my response to what they see it.
Okay. So with them being, make sure that you lock your CoreLogix report, your Lexis
Okay.
report,
Yes. Okay.
whatever address is the address that they are stating still at a balance or whatever, is it still on your credit report?
Yes, and I'm trying to get that off now,
So, yeah,
but
so that's why they, okay, so y'all, let me tell y'all something. When y'all do disputes, I don't care if you do it through the CFPB, you do it directly through the company, they are not actually sending your information to ProCollect, okay? What they are using is the eOscar system. They are matching your personal information to the debt. So what you got to do is first get the address removed. So what you do is what you call all three credit agencies and you say, hey, I need to update my information and only give them your current address. Me personally, if you got a PO box, give them that and not a physical home address. But if you don't have a PO box, make sure that you only got one name and one address and one phone number on your report. To get these big-headed folks, customer service folks on the other line to remove it, say it's a non-mailable address. They will remove it quickly. And then once you get the address taken, and then you dispute it, they won't be able to use Oscar to be able to match the address with the debt.
okay. Now, the only one that's really showing that is Experian. Now, TransUnion and Equifax, they already took that off. It's just Experian is the one that's really giving me. And I said, you know, that's a non-mailable address and all of that. But then she came back and said, well, no, ma'am, you know, it's got to stay on there because it's referencing, you know, a debt. So, and then that's when I did.
You can tell her that. Okay, and then you let her know that it is referencing a debt that is not valid, that is in dispute, and according to 15 USC 1681 N1, it says that any account that is in dispute, they have to immediately remove it while it is in dispute.
Okay.
I can tell you what address you can use and what you can't use, point blank and period. Now, another thing that will be good for you, you have your reports when it was showing that Experian and whichever the two that removed it, right? So when you do your CFPB complaint, you use this right here, that your reports, y'all, this is a wonderful thing to get your credit report cleaned off to. That across the board, your report has to look the same from all three credit bureaus, well, reporting agencies. Which is why I said, pull your report from somewhere that will put it side by side so you can look at it. You can use the fact that it's already been investigated and TransUnion and the other company took it off, and now Equifax or Experian, whichever one is trying to give you the hard time, that they need to remove it because according to your consumer rights, that your report has to look the same across the board. And the fact that they removed it, they have to remove it too.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
So if they call themselves already verifying it, be like, okay, so if you verified it, I need to be provided with all of the documentation that you received, that you did verify it. I need the name of the person, the time that you talked to the person. I need a copy of the recording. You get to asking them for that. You also ask ProCollect to provide you with their agreement stating that they work for an in-house for whatever the original creditor was, and that they are not just a debt collector that bought the debt.
Okay.
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 Try on.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
And let me know how that one works out for you.
Okay, thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
You're more than welcome.
I was
Leslie.
All right. Let's see. Can you hear me, Timika?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to tell you we love you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I love y'all too.
We're just like big you know,
Yeah.
spans.
Everything's great. It's been
Oh,
wonderful.
And here's a candle to prove we follow you.
Oh,
The rich bitch.
the rich. Oh yeah, I love you. Y'all better get You better get that no
Yeah.
more.
You gotta be a little witchy in
I
this.
can't wait to the 31st. I'm gonna put a couple names on that no more fucks given, and I'm lighting it ablaze, baby. Before I take
That's right. And it smells so good.
It does. I don't ever want to light her candles because it has my house smelling good, but she's very abundant, y'all. I get my candles from one person. She's on my page. Her name is Francesca. Her candles will change your life. Like, if y'all believe in that,
Yeah, I
go
do.
get some candles from my girl, because that rich bitch candle, baby. And that
Yeah.
no more. Yeah, her stuff is very powerful. So I'm happy that you supported her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also to Timika, my husband has a question, but I want to share. Can I just share something really quick? It's a testimony.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to let everyone know on here that I've been making phone calls, and only a few phone calls so far. I've been with Equifax. You guys, they're deleting everything. My student loan is now in process of deletion, because Timika told us the codes, the Privacy Act of 1974. My medical notes are coming off of a collection. They don't belong on there.
Nope.
So I use the codes, and I also got their names, and I got their ID numbers. They fought with me and said, we don't give you ID numbers. I said, you do.
That's
And I'll
right.
stay on the phone until you give me an ID number, or we need to talk to someone else. So you stay with them, you stay calm, and you share with them. Here I have another code if you'd like to put that in writing, because you're going to give me a letter once you're deciding on all of this information and how you're going to determine whether you delete or not. And you will delete, because by law you have to. And this is a federal case. So far, I'm just waiting for 2 more letters to show deletions. And then Timika, I'm going to email you all my evidence, and it's a lot. There's like I already have like 21, 22 right now, and I'm going to be blasting everybody else. They have to delete your stuff.
They have to, and don't let these folks tell you that they can't. If they do, ask for a supervisor, and do not allow them to put it back on your report, because the law says that
That's right.
if you're going to put it back on your report, they have to give you a 5-day. They have to give you a notice and tell you why they're putting it back on your report. They cannot put it. Y'all stop letting these people tell y'all no.
Yeah, and I know everybody wants to go. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I know that a bunch of us want to go through the CPBR, but let that be your last resort, if you will. If you can just pick up that phone and talk to these people. I think they're in India, most of them, or somewhere. They're not here in America. It doesn't matter, but either way, they will challenge you a little bit, but you stay strong on Timika's codes she gave you. And I'm telling you right now, I will prove to everyone all of these things I will be having deleted off by a phone call. That's badass. That's badass.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people in the beginning, they did not write any letters. Goddess P, Jamel, they were calling. Yes. Because y'all have to remember, those phone calls are recorded.
Yes.
Do not let these people tell you no. So now what you do now, Leslie, when you get done getting all that good stuff off, that don't forget that show proof of claim, then you go in and send them a bill. Now I told y'all, I don't know if she I told y'all when she did her CFPB complaints, where it asks you what you want at the end of it, she had a special account that she just opened up just for that. And she woke up to $4,200 in her bank account.
Yes.
So,
well, there you go. I'm looking for the bag later, but I got to get this stuff done first. But I want to tell you, thank you so much from our heart and soul. You have been a blessing. We're 50-some years old, and we're like, I've been on this trail for I don't know how long, and I'm like, there's got to be better answers out there. And you resonate. And I cannot tell you. I know you're from Detroit. My husband's from right next door.
Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti.
Oh yeah, he right next door.
Yeah. There.
So but yeah, so I'll give the stage to him. Thank you.
So I'm excited, just grateful for everything you do and share, and you're just a wonderful human. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Hey, so I'm looking to do some arbitration, some contracts, and so I have a CarMax. They apparently sold it to American Credit Acceptance. So I called American Credit Acceptance, said, send me my contract, and their contract they send me is from CarMax. So when I'm doing, so they can't even document that I owe them anything or have a contract with them. So my, I guess that shows their, their fraud maybe in that aspect. But when I'm sending in to my trustee, I'm going to target CarMax versus American Credit Acceptance, or
So you're okay. So if you got your CarMax, and we're going to do this in the next class where I'm going to break down a car contract.
okay,
I don't know if you were in when I first started the class. We were supposed to do that today, but
right,
I see that people are having issues with things we're talking about now, and I didn't feel like it'd be fair as a teacher to keep piling stuff on top of y'all, and
Sure.
things like these things need to be done. But if you look at their contract on the finance page where it asks that you give us security interest, I want you to read that whole statement. Not only did you give them permission to give them security interest, you also gave them permission to transfer the contract. Okay,
right,
so what happens is, and I don't know the case law off the top of my head. I do have it for our next
Right.
class. Our next class will be completely off of PowerPoint because I'll be going through the whole arbitration process with you guys. The dealership is nothing but credit arrangers.
Mhm.
That's it. They are to get you the credit. I'm gonna show y'all the case law next week, and you're gonna use that against them. They are credit arrangers, but you gave them permission to transfer the security. And that is exactly what they did. So CarMax transferred it to CarMax Trust Funding, where it became cash, and then they transferred it over to the indentured trustee and the trustee, and American Finance is just acting as a servicer, and that's it,
Right.
which I'll show you next week. Because CarMax is actually one of the car contracts that I was going to break down to you guys. Is CarMax, and CarMax one is an Audi one, where we'll go through the physical contract itself. If you look at the top of your contract, here's where you get the dealer fraud. Because in arbitration, you can't take CarMax because they lie, because at the top of your contract, it said that that they are the creditor. Well, that case
Exactly.
law is going to prove that they're not the creditor. They are a credit arranger. They arrange credit for you, and then they sell the contract.
Nice.
Okay. I don't know. Did you put down a down payment?
On that one, yes.
So what I want you to do is, and I want you to get it in writing versus calling. I want you to email American First Finance, and I want you to ask them about your down payment. They are going to throw the dealership up under the bus, and they are going to tell you that there is never a down payment in a consumer credit contract. Never.
Right. And that's what they said. They did not have it.
Correct. But I want you to make them give you that in writing. So send it as an email so they can email you back that, so it can go a part of your complaint. Okay.
Right.
And then our next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even the CarMax representative told me that, no, they sent the down payment to them.
Yeah, that's what they tell you. So
Yeah,
that's
so it's in
they
writing.
split that between the salesman and the finance manager. They split that.
Right.
That the dealership has a commercial line of credit with all of the banks that they say that they partner with. So they got a
Right.
commercial line of credit from all of those cars are already prepaid for once under commercial line of credit. Then they sell the original title, the MCO title, to the DMV. So now it's been paid again. That's how car lots can still make money and cars are still sitting there, because they were already paid for twice. Then they need to get it paid for again, and they only can do that with us, the living person. So if you could just hold off on that arbitration until the next class, and because we're gonna walk through the entire contract, show y'all where all the fraud is. I'm gonna show you how you gave up your security interest and all your funds because you signed for it, and how to go back in.
Great.
Awesome.
Right. I also have another contract real quick. The title, the application for the title is dated the 12th of August, and I never signed the documents until the 25th of August. So it shows that they had already assigned the car to a lender before I even signed my documents.
How does that work?
Huh?
So
I have an application for title for a car that was that they had signed on the 12th of August, but my contract is dated the 25th of August.
Because that's what they originally, remember how I just
Yep,
said
exactly.
that they the contract. So let me tell y'all, let me give y'all a secret to how to get your main title. Go to your DMV
Yep.
and tell them you want your MVR, motor vehicle report. Okay.
Okay.
If you got a car registered in your name, if you go all the way to the back of that file, you're going to see the head title to your car. You take that piece of paper and your registration showing that you own the car, and let's just say Kia is the manufacturer. You send that to Kia and say that you tried to get your MCO and the DMV doesn't have it. Here's the proof. Then Kia or whatever the main dealer is, the manufacturer, they'll send you your MCO title.
Wow.
And once you got your MCO title, because the original title really don't have a loan in it, you can cancel that title out and just use the MCO title and then put a lien on it. But I will be showing y'all all that next week.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Wow.
You're the bomb,
Thank you.
Giggity.
So I want to, can y'all see my screen where it says showing the CFPB complaint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you guys that are actually doing CFPB complaints or whatever the case may be, this is actually one of mine. Do y'all know that y'all can go look up CFPB complaints? They'll help you. I'll show y'all how to look them up for particular companies, and you can use that. So now y'all see what mine says. It says Equifax is obligated by the FCRA to report accurate accounting. Consumer has advised all the inquiries reported was fraud. Said company had 4 days, according to law, to remove such items. A FTC fraud report was filed on behalf of the consumer. Consumer is now requesting Equifax to provide the documentation used to determine the inquiry was indeed authorized by the consumer. So Equifax has 15 days to provide me with the name of the person spoken to, documentation used, signed application with consumer wet ink signature. Consumer is not asking for an EOSCA report. If Equifax does not have a documentation to show these were in fact authorized, it must be removed ASAP. Said company is liable under the Security Exchange to follow certain rules. Equifax commission number. Yep, I put their commission number. I told them that if y'all need the trustee for Equifax, guys, is JP Morgan Securities, LLC of New York, New York. Bank of America Securities at 1 Bryant Park, New York, New York. Y'all see? I put all the information in there. Then I told them I will be filing Form 211 Treasury OMB forms to audit consumers' account. Equifax is securitizing consumer data yet to provide, but yet refuse to provide consumer a copy of the consumer file, not the consumer report. How many of you guys know that there is a difference in your consumer report and your consumer file? I'm gonna see if I let me see where I can make this page bigger so y'all can snapshot what I just wrote. I don't even know how to make the damn page bigger. Hold on. I normally have a little thing at the top, but my Zoom covered it. You snapshot the page and blow your own screen up. But here is Equifax security people in the whole 9 yards. So what they did was they closed it. And now you look. Company responded, there is an unauthorized third party. They took what I wrote because of the way I wrote it and they had to say that it wasn't me to the CFPB. But then Equifax sent me a letter and they took everything off because they don't want to get in trouble with the CFPB. But this is how y'all can write your CFPB complaint. Period. Under the FCRA, they have to do accurate accounting. They got 4 days according to law, remove it. If you do an FTC fraud report, they immediately have to move it. You can upload the FTC fraud report to them. When you guys are doing disputes or whatever, these reporting agency has a fax number. They have an email, and don't let them tell you if you do a CFPB complaint and you call them 24 hours later, they can even see your complaint within the system. Okay. Camila, Camilla. I don't know if I said that right. Please, if I didn't, tell me how to pronounce it.
It's Camilla.
Okay, Camilla. Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening, lady. Good evening. And wow. Just wow. You know, when you don't have much to say, you just wow.
I'm so sorry y'all had to see me act out.
Wow, definitely great information. We're thankful for you and the wealth of knowledge. So truly many thanks and many blessings to you and your family. You just dropped a whole boatload of information just now talking about the last couple when they were talking about with the CarMax, and we were super ready for that arbitration tonight. We had like our contract stacked up, you know, and we have a couple cars with CarMax, so we're super excited about that. But one thing I didn't notice tonight is that they have a cash transaction. They have one of our cars, both of our cars were financed, but they have it checked off as a cash transaction. One is cash transaction, one is financing, but we finance both of them.
Let me ask
like,
you
is that like is that fraud? Is that like?
It will be, but let me ask you this first. Did you go and get your own financing from like your own bank and bring them a check?
Nope.
Oh.
No, they were financed and they transferred them both over to the same finance company. It's funny,
baby. Yes,
5 years apart.
That's dealer fraud. So when you do your arbitration, and we will be talking about that next week too, that is dealer fraud. So not only do you have them on a false application, right?
False application. Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm outside. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I know I'm always outside. I love being outside. Like I'm an earth sign, so I'm always outside. So that's dealer fraud.
Okay.
So with dealer fraud, you can get them CarMax that way. You're going to get them with the falsifying of the application. And FYI, everybody y'all have ever signed a contract with, y'all need to go back and put y'all a beneficiary on file for the insurance. So now I know y'all didn't heard people say the car insurance included. The car is not the car insurance, it's credit life insurance. So if you lost your job, you became disabled or anything, you know, you can report that and it pays that car off. But you made CarMax as the beneficiary. You got to go back and change.
Okay, change that to
that's the reason that they. Yeah, that's the reason that they make you put an ad in the paper when a person died. Talk about their credit, their debtors. No, baby, it's for them to collect on the insurance. I don't care if you, and your job does it too. So everybody that works a traditional job with a traditional employer, your employer has insurance on you. There, nobody should ever be doing a GoFundMe, okay? Because your job has a life insurance on you and you made them beneficiary when you signed the application and didn't know it. So that's why they make you put an ad in the newspaper so that those people can go and collect the insurance policy that's on you.
So where would we go to change that beneficiary information?
So when you do the arbitration, you're going to put it inside of the arbitration. The good thing about it is that as long as the young lady who I'll be doing this arbitration call with on the 4th, if she allows me to record it, and I know that she will, I'm going to play that so that y'all can actually hear how an arbitration goes when the attorneys is trying not to go through the arbitrary hearing and they're trying to catch you up by trying to talk to you privately, because that's what they're doing with her. As long as she gave me permission to record it, I will record it and I will play it with you guys so y'all can hear I'm about to go at them yeah, I'm gonna go at them like I was FloJo.
That is phenomenal. And between both of the cars, we put about 5,000 down on those cars. So we should be able to get that back.
Yes, ma'am. That is the dealer fraud now, because they did commit fraud. Don't forget that Tila said they have to give you 2 times the amount. Not just that. Okay. Despite what bitter people try to say, I do actually live this life, guys. Like, I'm not lying. If that contract say that car was worth 35,000. Guys, I need y'all to stop thinking small, and I'm gonna try to think real big. Okay, y'all,
I'm with you.
everything on a big level. You all know that whatever the amount is that of that contract is what is owed to you. The car was a perk. You gave them a security, which is the application that they are still trading. Because if you look up the lawful definition of application, because it can be transferred to a third party, hint why the car dealer is a credit arranger. Now, even though that car dealer then gave your contract over to the finance company, do you know for 7 years, that's the 7-year keep your contracts rule, that for 7 years, CarMax is still trading your application over and over and over. And that's even if they deny you guys, when you go in there and they say you deny, this is why they can't deny you, because they're going to get paid off your application, because applications can be transferred to a third party. So if they say that with the finance charge and all of that, that the car was $32,000, you was actually supposed to get the $32,000, right? But what happens is they said you abandoned it, hint, 1099A, abandonment and acquisition. They say you abandoned it, and after 3 years, hint, they gave it to your state, and that's where the state lost money website. They got a public and a private side to it. That's where your money went to your state.
Okay.
And that's what it's
so breakout. How do we get access to breakout in your stand store so we can set up consultation and all that good stuff?
My stand store, y'all see I'm back on Instagram. Hey, my stand store is my Instagram bio.
Okay.
The breakout link is too, but that little group I set up, they gonna make me approve y'all individually, right? These people think I got all the time in the world. But my wonderful IT guy is on the line. I ain't gonna tell y'all who he is, so y'all won't be bothering him. But the website will be up at the beginning of the year, so then y'all be able to go right on to y'all back office, which is thepathofreedom.com. Because I'm tired of people, my social media pages to just be reviews only because I'm over people. So we're going back behind our own server. So that will be ready. Hopefully I'll be able to give it to y'all when we do the arbitration. That way y'all can log in while we're doing arbitration and follow right along with me on your office. But yeah, my IT guy, he's absolutely freaking wonderful, y'all. I love him to death. Him and his wife, they're absolutely wonderful. So yeah.
So your TikTok now, your current TikTok, is it still the backup or is it another one now?
No, it's still that one. They didn't put me in account warning. I really don't. I try not to be on. I breathe on TikTok. They take my page. So I doing too much. But if you go on my Instagram, and the Instagram is Path to Freedom 2022 across the board, all of my pages are that. You'll be able to get my links there, and I will put my breakout link in there so you can join breakout. Breakout acts a little funny sometimes, but I do a lot of the updates here. But once we switch over to the website, you guys will, all of the announcements, even the way you guys will log into class, y'all will log into class from your back office. It won't have to be no more approval or nothing anymore. So that's how that goes.
All right. Sounds great. Looking forward to it. And next month's class, is that something we have to re-subscribe to, or how does that work?
As long as all of you guys that did it already went through the Stand store, Stand automatically does everything. So that's why I did it that way. So nobody be left behind unless your card decline.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
And then it does it whatever day you guys signed up on, or however. I believe that's the same day that it does it. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Diamond.
Do y'all see what I look like?
Hello.
I can't see nobody. Everybody black because I got the screen up.
Oh, no.
I hope y'all took a picture of this so that y'all can get who Equifax trustee is. Hold on 1 second, Diamond. Because I don't know which one people, if it's either Equifax or Experian. Is it which one that they just about to try to pay y'all $127? Let me tell y'all something. Do not do it. Don't do it. But now do go on that website to see if you were affected. What do you mean? Especially with time off and your work will be lost. What? I ain't never seen that before. Zoom playing with me, y'all. Have y'all ever seen that before?
That motherfucker said $200.
Yeah, they say that.
How the fuck can you work before?
Yeah.
I have never seen that before ever in my life. And I pay for Zoom, so I don't have no time limit. Like, I don't have a time limit. I don't have no free 30-minute Zoom shit. Okay, so yeah, they trying to play with me. But anyway, that's why we're going behind our own website. I have to, guys, because yeah. And oh, they did find the other recording, but they messed it up. So they did send it to me. They found it. They messed with it. But yeah, that's that. But don't do that class action. Go on that website under Experian thing. See if you were affected. Screenshot that. Create your own invoice and send them a bill. They will pay you. I can't tell you how much to tell them. That's between you and them. But just don't get outrageous. But how much was your information worth? Because if you were affected, it will tell you. Okay, screenshot that. Send they as a bill, and you see if it is. I don't remember if it's Equifax or Experian, but here's the trustee information right here. All right, Miss Diamond.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
How are you doing, Tanika?
I am absolutely outstanding.
Good, good, good. I'm having, well, of course, you know what's going on with me. So I'm having problems when I study. I'm constantly fighting to stay operational. Like for the past 2 weeks, I've been having problems, but I keep listening to all the replays while I go to sleep. And when I wake up and they're done, I'll play them again and I'll fall back to sleep. And I am listening, studying, and writing everything down that I can, but it's getting difficult, and I'm not sure what's really going on with me at this time, but it's kind of switching up on me. So I think I need more points that would help, but I do listen and try to capture the information, so I don't know what I can do to study a little better, but I am getting it in the best way I can. I need it and I want it.
So what are you attempting to do right now?
Right now, I'm gathering all the information from the lives, because when I'm on here, I can't write everything down because it does get overwhelming and then I'll have problems.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm at work right now. But I had a quick question. My kids go to private school. And you know, private schools, well, their private school is classified under nonprofit, 501c3, yada, yada, yada. So I wanted to do a 1099 with them as far as paying off the rest of their tuition. Is, you know, goes by a contractual year-to-year basis. However, I was trying to find like anything with the word trustee attached to their school. Something told me to look on the main school website, and I came across that they actually have a board of trustees under their, and who they are, and you know, whatever the case is, they have the president, vice president, etc. So then I ended up going to their form 990, which is their organization exemption income tax form or whatever. So the same names that are under the board of trustees is actually listed on their form 990. And according to their title, they are listed as individual trustees. So, and as far as the whole corporation or the organization, they don't have an institutional trustee. So I was wondering, as far as doing the 1099, would I send that to the president of the board of trustees and the head of schools? Or like, how would that work?
See, it's a private school, so it works a little different. And I haven't done that yet, so I'm not going to direct you. I'm not going to try to direct you on something I haven't done. But what I will tell you, to pay for that private school, because your kid can actually go to public school, correct? Did they at one point in time go to public school?
They have never been to public school. I've always kept them private.
Perfect. But that Parent Choice Act, you can use still, even though they never went to private school, public school, because of the county that you reside in, and technically they are eligible to go to public school. that Parent Choice Act, where the funds that they send to the public school can actually go to you guys. It's called the Parent Choice Act. It was signed up under President Trump. Okay, but yeah, I don't care. Y'all don't like him or not. He was the man. Okay, he ran this corporation like it should have been ran. It's called the Parent Choice Act. You are able the funds from the school, and you are able to apply them either to a private school, or if you're homeschooling, you can use that money for you, and you will get that check quarterly. Whatever the school normally get is what you will get for you to be able to fund your kids' education. That I will go that route with them, because what you don't want is an adverse action, even though we know they're not supposed to, and then they remove your babies from the school. I will look at them the way I would look at Capital One. Especially because they are listed as a 501c3, which means they are nonprofit, which means they're hiding up under another company because they are absolutely securitizing that application. But the best way, I would do it under the I would do it under the Parents' Choice Act. But DM me. Please don't send me no email. Jesus, don't send me no email. I never look. I promise you to get lost in the sauce. But DM me if you follow me on Breakout, whatever you follow me on, DM me the name of the school and let me do a little bit more research and see what else I can find out about them. And for the Parent Choice Act, just go to whatever board, the county board for your county, and just tell them to provide you with the application. And then you send that application off to the federal government, and then they turn around and send you the check.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome. James. I can't pronounce your last name, but it starts with a V.
Vecchione, it's Italian.
Vecchione. Oh, I got an Italian. Hey, you hit me, huh? No, I'm just playing.
Three fingers together. You got to wave your three fingers. Like Vecchione, like meatballs,
All right, there you go.
Anyway, I got a credit union. I'm trying to find the trustee. It's USPS Federal Credit Union. I cannot find the trustee. I found the subcorp, which is Midland Atlantic or Mid-Atlantic Credit Union, but it still has no filings for it. I did contact the CFO with a letter of a breach of contract a long time ago, and that went back to the lawyer because I'm in dispute with them right now. I actually lost my case with them in court. So
you went to what kind of court? State court or federal?
State court, and she got me on. Yeah, she got me on summary judgment last thing, and I didn't go back in for it was a order to show cause and contempt. So I said I couldn't make it. I wanted to have continuance. He denied me. Then a higher judge put the same thing back in, never showed. Now he's got me on an arrest warrant or arrest charge. So I'm just standing still waiting to see what I'm gonna do about that.
You're on an arrest charge.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. That is jail, right?
Yeah, because you didn't show up.
He put 10 days to hold me until he's notified, until I come into compliance to give the truck back. Saying I don't want to give the truck back, but I told him it's out of town with somebody who I bought it for back when I got it. So,
how long ago was this?
This just happened recently, as far as the order.
Okay, so I need you to take that case, and I need you to go over to your federal courthouse. Hold on.
If you need me to do a conference with you, a call, I can do that too, if that makes it not take up time on the call. Middle District, North Carolina.
What part of North Carolina?
Durham.
Oh.
I'm a Southern Italian now.
I just moved from North Carolina. I was in Raleigh.
Okay.
Yeah, they know. I know them very well. You got any problems with them? Of course, down there, been call me. The court clerk lady, everybody. I got their personal cell phone numbers. Okay, just call me. They already know. Yeah, they see me coming in. They be like, "Damn, here she come." Here I come. They were like, happy as they move. It ain't stopping me though, because I still got some cases for people that I'm doing down in North Carolina.
Okay, because I did a lot with the foreclosure back in 2007-8 with the robo signer. I never won the case, but held it down a couple of years, so I was able to keep a lot of my properties for a second just to pay the mortgage, just to pay the bills, not paying the mortgages, So, but never got fine-tuned with it.
Okay, so this is what I want you to do, because North Carolina like to play. I can tell you they like to play. All right, can you see my screen, guys?
Coming up right now. Okay, got a cover sheet.
Yeah, I want you to pull this federal cover sheet. I want you to fill it out. Okay, fill out the top part, all that good stuff. Right here, basis of jurisdiction. Do federal question. Okay, or you could do diversity. Diversity means
They're Maryland.
correct. So they're in Maryland, you in New York, North Carolina. That actually causes diversity if their main corporate headquarters, their registered agent, is in another state besides the state that you would reside in. So you could do it under either one. But because we're talking about securities fraud, I would do it under federal question. Okay. So do it under federal question there. And then, look, y'all see, I was able to check this. You can literally fill out this form. Y'all see that? You can fill out this form on their website and then just print it. Okay, I always do it that way anyway. And then I want you to come over here and I want you to do it up under 850, securities and commodities and exchange. Now, the banking law states that anytime you're dealing with a security, it is automatic federal case. Then I want you to go down here. You see where it says remove from state court?
Yep.
I want you to click on the remove from state court. Now, once you go file this in, you are in Western District, right? Eastern?
Middle District.
Middle District. So you got to go downtown Raleigh.
Greensboro.
Oh, you got to go to Greensboro. Okay. So when you go, now you want to make sure you have any paperwork from state court to file with it. Okay. You're going to, and under here, you're going to US cite the civil statute for filing. That will be the, and I believe it's Title 12 USC 1311. DM me somewhere, so I can give you the exact statute that says all securities is federal jurisdiction only. The reason they drag you into state court is because they know state court is going to go their way. But you could have used North Carolina UCC laws against them on that. Okay, your state UCC laws is good. Another thing, guys, when you're cleaning off your credit, or in a case like kids, if it's something with a debt, I need you guys to look up your state laws on the statute of time that they can collect on a debt. North Carolina is 3 years. So if the debt is 3 years old, they cannot collect on it anymore. That's another way you can get it off your credit report, by using in conjunction with your federal laws and your state laws. But right here under the cause of action, it will be the statute where it states that all securities are a federal jurisdiction only. Once the federal court signs off on your document, okay, once they sign off on it, you are then going to take it over to the state court, to the court clerk, and file it in showing that it has been removed from state court to federal court, which will take the warrant away. And then deal with it in federal court. Normally, when you try to take these companies to federal court, at that point, they get the one to talk a little different, because you now have them in the correct venue. You have them in the wrong, you brought them to the wrong venue too, which is why she ruled against you, because technically she wasn't able to. Okay.
So quick question. So she, I removed it one time before to federal court, and my health was down, so I couldn't go back and keep up with it. So they kicked it back out. And they left it to go back when she put up another motion.
Question, do you owe a car note? Are they trying to repo it? What's going on?
It's a car loan.
Is they trying to repo it?
Yeah, they came out twice already for it.
Okay, so because they came out twice already, and I'm gonna give y'all every which way that you can use to stop these people, go file bankruptcy and add them to it.
Okay. And how do I avoid putting my social in there?
You don't void it, put it in there. You have to follow their rules.
Okay.
If you don't, then they will throw it out. So just throw it into a repossession. Throw it into a bankruptcy status now, just so that you won't wake up and your car is gone. It's too cold and ain't nobody got no time for their cars to be gone, okay?
Okay.
Now, then I want you to pull your contract. And I can guarantee you, you have an arbitration clause in there. And even though you've already taken them to court, that's not what they told you to do. They told you in that contract to do arbitration. So to stop that repossession for now, go ahead and throw it up under bankruptcy. Now you can hold off a bankruptcy for so long before they discharge it off, and you can stop it at any time. Okay, that go for anybody on here that got any evictions, and you at the last minute, and the sheriff is on his way, and you ain't had time to talk to me. Immediately go file bankruptcy. Immediately go file bankruptcy. It will stop, and it'll stop a lockout while the sheriff is there. I've had to do it. I did do it, and then you just keep prolonging the paperwork until you can do what you got to do. But because they're trying to repo you now, yes, you're going to move it over. You still do the civil cover sheet. You're moving it over to federal court. Still file that bankruptcy. Put them on it. That is going to immediately stop any action. Guess what else that's going to do? It automatically stops that judgment in state court, which means that threw away that warrant or whatever that is that they trying to arrest you for. Once you do it in bankruptcy court, it automatically puts a stop to any judgment that was put in a lower court. You got to just take the paperwork over to the court so they can put it into the file. Then file the arbitration.
But you only get a 30-day stay, no?
I'm sorry?
They'll only give you a 30-day stay from bankruptcy, or they continue to stay for longer.
So it'll stay as long as the bankruptcy didn't get discharged or kicked out. So make sure that whenever the bank, and in the beginning, all you got to do is file the initial documents to get the bankruptcy started, to get that stay put into place. Okay. Make sure that you follow their directions. It's going to take you a minute to get through the bankruptcy court. By the end, you've been through arbitration, and then you can withdraw the bankruptcy so that it doesn't hinder you. To make sure that that bankruptcy does not show up on your credit report, make sure you lock your CoreLogics and your LexisNexis before you file that bankruptcy. That way it won't show up, okay?
Yes. Another question. They did mediation with me, but they didn't do arbitration.
Yeah, they did mediation instead of arbitration, so you can lose. Now, but it told you to do arbitration, but I'm going to tell you something else it said. It also says that they cannot take any legal actions against you. Arbitration went both ways. They are not even supposed to repo you without that. I don't know if you've already liened your car, but you need to file a UCC-1 lien on your vehicle ASAP. If you got a trust already set up, put it in the name of your trust ASAP. If you got a business, put it in the name of your business, but you need to lien it because as of right now, you don't have a lien on it.
Right. I did UC 11 today. I'm going to do the UC 1 tomorrow. Also, when I got the contracts that you said to pull it, I pulled it from the dealer. He gave me the contract, but the top inch and the bottom inch was cut off. So where they transferred to the credit union, it was missing. And also the top, it didn't say like sales contract or something. But the contract that went to the credit union has it all on there. So it's two different contracts. And yeah, when I was talking to the salesperson, the finance guy, he says Toyota has it. Toyota has it. It's a Toyota.
This is what you. So anybody on here dealing with a car, you guys are calling your finance company asking for your contract. That's not what you want. Ask them for the true bill of sale.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, when you get the true bill of sale, how they got all the finance charges and stuff, that ain't what it looks like. It's gonna be all of the numbers on there, and then the bottom number, it's going to be a negative number. And we all know negative is going to have the quotation around it, which means it was a credit. So ask them, don't ask them for the contract, ask them for the bill of sale. You can also ask them for documentary evidence according to how we talked about GAAP earlier. You want the financing documentary evidence according to the GAAP rules. And that's how you get the true bill of sale, to show that there were two different contracts that was given.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Thank you so much. And I love everything that you're doing, You're
welcome.
My wife had a question.
When I come to North Carolina, you make me some spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay, you got it. You give me a call now 5 minutes before you get here and I'll have it ready.
I'll be down there. My daughter's actually down there now. My daughter's a traveling celebrity lash tech. So she's in North Carolina right now doing I just dropped her airport this morning. Yeah, she's there.
Yeah, you're welcome to come on down.
Most definitely. I'll be down there next month. Lakeisha, if you got any other questions regarding that car thing, shoot me a DM or something, because I'm about to change that email to something else. So just shoot me a DM if you need any more, but I'm used to working with North Carolina courts, so that'll be easy to help you through.
So DM, what address?
Yeah, DM me. And then don't forget to go down to the DMV, the motor vehicles, and tell them to give you your MVR report, and your head title should be in the back of it. And that's how you get your MCO title, which is the supreme title. And once you got that, can't touch this, like MC Hammer can't touch this. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be good.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You've been a lifesaver, you know?
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I'm happy
Thank
to be
you.
able to assist. You're welcome. Lakeisha Parker. I know I got a couple of Lakeishas on here. Lakeisha Parker.
Hey, Tamika, thank you.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you're
I'm
good.
great.
And stay dangerous with a purpose. But
Yeah, I know that's right.
I was calling. I was the one that was on the call the last time with you about Dilla fraud. You told me to send you over some information, but I wasn't sure if you got it. I have a question. I'm still working on it, however, when they told me to refer to Till and all that. My question is, I was typing up the paperwork and stuff, and I know you were saying like to do the UCC one lien. I got a little confused with it, so I've been just trying to do some studying on my own for it.
For the UCC one?
Yeah. So I was going. I sent you an email just to see, because I'm kind of like in Diamond's condition. I had brain surgery, so sometimes things don't click like I wanted to. So it takes me just a little extra time, and sometimes I'm a more of a physical person to see it. But I had a question because on the title thing that New York gives you, it says Santander. But when I was looking through my insurance paperwork, and on the bottom, you know how they do the MVR or whatever report on you, like Allstate, it said Chrysler. So when I was looking for the trustees, it confused me, because I'm like, am I looking for Santander or Chrysler? Because it says Chrysler is the one on the lien on the insurance papers, but the title itself says Santander.
What kind of car you got?
I got a 2014 Jeep Compass.
That's why.
Okay. And I was the one that put the West Her, and when you asked us to drop the trustee, I can't find nothing. I found the CEO and stuff, but I just could not find the trust person.
So with Santander,
because they told me to return the tiller, because I got the original contract from the dealership, and what they sent me is totally different.
Good. That's what you want it to be. You don't want it to be right. Hold on, let me pull up.
Yeah, I had sent them over to your email at the Path to Freedom, and the other one you had emailed me from before. I think it might be your personal one. With your name, with the Yahoo.
Yeah, girl, that thing got 50,000 emails. I just need somebody.
Imagine.
Well, I will say I just need somebody to go through the emails, but we see how that worked out last time. So I guess I'm gonna have to do it. No, but y'all see my screen that you see. Okay, so is this the form you have any issue with filling out?
Yeah, I have it because I got one I actually had filled out listening to someone on YouTube, but it was for changing status and stuff. So, but I wanted to know, like, is it the same format? Because I know this one was telling me like putting the hospital name and stuff. So I think that's why I was getting confused that we're doing it for the vehicle.
Oh yeah, so that's the one that you're doing when you're putting the class on your what you call it. So with here, and you see this says optional, you put your name and your phone number, your email. Once again, is optional. Where you want them to send your information to, that will be your name and your address there. Okay. So here, the organization names, individual surname. Who has surnames?
Oh, we do.
So if you are going to do a lien on the vehicle itself, this information here would be your name.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the debtor's name would be
this right here.
Okay. Okay.
And then
So
you'll,
that's my name, and then down at the bottom is the company's name.
that is correct. And in the collateral box, just put the VIN number and the vehicle type.
Okay, so my question is, because now I understand that. Thank you. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry, darling. This information up here will be the car company. You're going to be the secure party down here, because you are the one that's putting the lien on the vehicle itself. And then the collateral will be the vehicle information here. For the amount, make it 5 or 6 times the amount of what the contract is. That way, if they try to take your car or anything, they can't do nothing because it's a lien on the VIN number itself. And you're in New York, is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, I'm in
So
Buffalo, New York.
any UCC filings that's done in New York, because New York is the head of all states, it goes in all of the systems. They're going to get immediately that you put a lien on the ad immediately.
Oh, okay.
So that's just all you fill out, and you can do it right on here and fill it out. You are considered a transmitting utility. Who remembers why you are a transmitting utility? Can anybody tell me why?
For the securities?
It's because the original birth certificate that's on file at the that's what made you the transmitting utility. So you'll pick the debtor as a transmitting utility right there, and that's it.
Okay.
Works is done online, and you'll get it back immediately.
Okay, I have one question for you. When you said it, when I called them, like you told me to call them and ask for the documentary evidence and stuff, they were kind of nice sometimes. They was trying to play nice, but he was telling me to fax over my original paperwork to them. And if Western, the dealership, because they're not responding to me, that they will help me. And I was unsure about doing that. So I just want to hold it off.
I would not send them my documents. They got them. Tell them to send it to you, but put it in writing. When you're asking for documentary evidence, you want to put it in writing.
Okay.
Because remember, but the law says that even with the billing error, they don't have to respond to you. They can say that that phone call never happened. You always want to keep a paper trail. So I would definitely send them written notification that you want the documentary evidence and you want the all of the statements according to GAAP, GAAP.
Okay, yeah, because the car dealership, they're not responding to me at all.
No, because technically, guess what? The car dealership doesn't have to, because they was nothing but a credit arranger. Once they sold that contract, they don't, it's over for them. They're not doing nothing but transfer. Actually, so let's just say, you know, our CarMax, they got like 6 different, like Exeter, America First Finance, Capital One, Wells Fargo. They actually sell your application to everyone they have a contract with. So once you fill it out and with them, everything else is on the finance company.
Yeah,
because I can promise you,
they
finance
got
company
the
doesn't even.
arbitration. Yeah, and they won't answer neither. The band never returns the call.
That's why you got to send it in writing, because they don't have to respond to you. Remember, corporations can't speak.
Oh, so I can just use the ad, because I was just trying to confirm the address to make sure it was correct. But no one returned the call, and the lady, when I called, she said, well, that's a service we used to offer. And I was like, huh? But it's in the contract to send it through the auto gap or something. Arbitration.
And it's probably it's telling you how to put it in arbitration too. And it gives you the address for that as well.
Okay, so just use that. Okay, thank you. I was just confused. I was like, wait, do I send it here? And I have been, like I said, I've been trying to email you, but I know how those emails go. And please, if you can, I don't know how to do the DMing stuff, but please DM me your stuff so I can get you your ink shirts, please.
Okay, I will.
Thank you. And like I said,
you're more than welcome.
With purpose.
Absolutely, that's what on purpose. Royalty. You look, hey, Miss Royalty, you got on that call this time, didn't you, honey?
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Great. Thank you so much for all that you are doing for us. And I want to apologize again for last week. I did find out that you were correct. And so I do want to apologize. I want to apologize to you. But I have a question in reference to my Mercedes. Well, my BMW. So I want to pay it off. The Mercedes is paid off, but I want to pay off this BMW, and I don't want to pay them another dime. So I wanted to know. I understand the procedure as far as going through the the SEC, okay, and looking them up, the filings. However, I'm not clear on what documents I actually should send the trustee. Should I send them a 1099-C? It's too late for me to send them the 1099-A because it's been past 3 years.
See, so now when you send the 1099-C, you only do 1099-Cs after there's been no collection activity for at least 1 year. So because you're still actively paying on it, that's not gonna work. But now what you can do, you watch Discharge, that shit, didn't you? I need to put that back on my store.
Wish you would, my God.
Man, I got so many classes. I had enough classes that I could have just get all them and y'all wouldn't have never talked to me. But
let me tell you something. That Discharge, that shit. My God. I'm gonna tell you.
So do me a favor, y'all. If y'all want me to drop Discharge that shit in my store, just shake your head. Discharge that shit. Tells you how to discharge that shit. And that's the title of it too. It's called Discharge that shit. If you got the actual contract, take it and endorse it like a check on the back, put paid to the order. Or if you got the stamp made from the original class, stamp that damn thing. Go pull the UPU Treaty of 1863, see how many postal stamps that is supposed to accompany, depending on the amount of that contract, and send it over to the trustee and the indentured trustee, because the contract itself is the security. You are not supposed to sign it. You were supposed to actually endorse it. So just endorse it like a check on the back, put paid to the order of, or if you got the stamp, put the stamp, send it in, put an instruction letter, advise them that they need to pay it off that way.
Okay. Now, are you going to really put Discharge that shit on Stan's store? Because I need it. That video is worth thousands.
I know, right? It's flown off.
I'm here to tell you, I am willing to give up half my paycheck for that particular. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, for real, because that's the type of value that I put on that particular video. My mind was blown. I mean, it was just completely blown. And I love the fact that there was one lady that had a situation with her car, and you took her to some site to show her how to get the lien, or see if they put a lien on it, and they hadn't put a lien on the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll put it in my store for y'all. I'll put it in there. I'll put Discharge that shit out, because it does walk y'all to how to discharge that shit. Yeah, I'll put it out.
Now you said something about you did a class regarding. Oh, you said stamp that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You just said you did a class called Stamp That Shit.
No, Discharge that shit.
No, I know about Discharge, but you said something about you did a.
It talks about that in Discharge that shit, on how to use the postal stamp to the postal stamp duty, because everything is just taxes. We're responsible for taxes only, and you only can pay the taxable lawful funds, which is via the postal stamps. I'll put it out. When I tell you, I got about 50 classes in this thing. I got a lot of classes. I got court classes. I got fiction classes.
So are you going to eventually make those classes available? We can purchase them?
Yeah, I can do that. So for everybody just say she doing it for the money. If that was the case, I would have been put all of it. I could have gave y'all all of them, and y'all would have been good and never talked to me. But you know what? I will drop those classes, because it is a wealth of information, especially the original webinar, especially for people that are new to this. That original webinar broke everything down, which that turned into like a class like we're doing now. And I end up, as I say, it says 90 days plus, because we're going to be in this class a little longer than 90 days, because I'm not going to take y'all fast if y'all not ready. I'm not gonna keep dumping stuff on y'all if y'all not ready. You know what I'm saying? I need to make sure that y'all understand what I'm telling y'all before I keep dumping stuff on y'all, because then y'all will get confused. So yeah, I will. I'll drop them in my store, and I'm gonna
And
make
I'm gonna
them
say this
$44
one last thing, and I'm gone. I do really appreciate you, simply because everybody cannot teach. And everybody that tries to teach this information or put this information out, I realize they are not a teacher. Okay. And what I love about you is that, you know, like you said before, you like to take step by step and to make sure that everybody has the information and to understand the information. And that is what is so phenomenal, because everybody don't learn on the same level. And as for me, I'm definitely a special learner. I'm an audio, visual, and hands-on person. So I have to, I mean, you can say it to me, but if I can't visualize it in my mind's eye, I'm not going to get it. So I have to have the visual along with the audio. You know what I'm saying? And then I have to be able to do it myself, you know, hands-on. You know, I may have to write it down or what have you in order for it to really, really stick. But I love the way that you teach. I love the way that you put together a lesson plan. And I love that. I feel like I'm in university. I really do. I feel like I'm in university, and you know, the anybody that has an issue with the price, too bad, because here's this: value over price for me. And that's how I look at it. Value, this is valuable. Value over price. Then you can't even really, I mean, what you're doing for us is amazing, because it's really worth, you know, thousands, literally thousands of dollars, you know, that people will pay to go to a class like this. It's like a $10,000 class.
It's people
Look at him 500, you know, they charge thousands of dollars to go to their little seminars or whatever. And they're not giving us this kind of value.
Well, I appreciate it. And all I can say is that this is my assignment. So when it's your assignment, God provides it to you a different type of way, and you can display it to people in a way that they can understand it. And like I said, I was you guys at one point where I was trying, and I'm listening to everybody and this, that, and the other. And so when I put together my classes and things like that, I put myself in you guys' shoes like I'm brand new, and what would have assisted me to get along this journey a lot faster. So that's how I try to help you guys. And even now, you know, that's why I changed the class today, because I'm like, yes, I can get y'all this arbitration, but if y'all can't even, if you're having a hard time looking at the trustee, then you're going to have issues. Like I don't want to see nobody fail. I want to see everybody win. So that means I got to slow it down a little bit, give a little bit more attention here. Then that's what I'm going to do. And I can't wait till you guys see the website, because it will give you the audio and it'll give you the hands-on visual. And at the end of every module, there's like test questions that if you got the answer to those questions right, then you will be able to go execute, and it's more hands-on. So I appreciate you guys thinking it out with me, regardless of, you know, all the extra stuff that y'all see me deal with. And there's a lot of stuff y'all don't see me deal with. You know, I try to keep it moving. You know, that's all I know, is that I don't know how to fall. I move like the Matrix, like I'm like a never flat basketball. I'm gonna keep it going, you know, because it's my assignment. Like I didn't choose this assignment. If it was up to me, I would not be doing this. But I'm gonna do it with excellence, the best that I can. So I want you guys to know, as much as you guys appreciate me, I appreciate every last one of you guys being here bi-weekly. Some of you guys are in both of my classes and going through the admin problems, the email problems, the Zoom problems. Y'all see, I don't give the fuck up. Okay, I don't. I just like y'all didn't see me trying to get up, knock it out down that damn door. I don't give up. Okay, I don't give up. I don't give up. But yeah, I got you. I appreciate you, and I do accept your apology. It's fine. You know, I have forgot about it until you brought it up. I don't dwell in the past. I don't dwell on yesterday. It's a new day. We keep it moving. I'm happy that you were able to get in tonight, and hell, let's keep it moving. I want to see everybody win. You know, because we do got a live tour coming up next year, y'all. So I'll tell y'all more about that later. But yeah, I'm coming live and in person now because, you know, people got me messed up. So they won't be mad. I'm about to give everybody a reason to be mad at Path to Freedom. Okay, everybody about to be mad, but it is what it is. But I'm happy that I can help you.
I want to send you some gold and silver.
Oh.
I'm a precious metals dealer. God, I'm not gonna go into the story how it happened for me, but
y'all hear that? She gold and precious silver. Her shit ain't free, so y'all gonna have to pay her for it. But if y'all know, like y'all know, y'all better go get some real funds, right? Some real funds.
Because gold is real money, and I was awakened in 2014, around 4:30 in the morning, and I was told to start accumulating gold. I didn't know anything about it. I was green about it, and so I did. And the door came open for me the early part of last year. I was in Vegas, and I met a lady who owns a gold mine, and she hooked me up.
There it is.
That's all I can say. Is she hooked me up, and I am able to get gold and silver in small increments. It's called currency in a currency grade form, you know, and I'm glad I'm able to get it that way, because I am able to make sure every household can have some gold and silver. You got to have it. We need to have our own money.
You know, get it.
Yeah, we need to have our own money. But I mean, I can sell gold and silver to you in as little much as $5 and $7. So yeah, but I definitely I want to gift you. I want to gift you.
I appreciate
it. So you know, if you can email me your information or what have you, so that I can send it to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to gift you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that, guy. That is such a blessing, because I've been stocking up on my gold and silver for a couple of years now. And I could just add that to the collection, and I truly appreciate that. And for you guys that's looking for gold and silver, there you go. There is going to be a part on the website for you guys that got small businesses and things like that. For you, there will be a part where you guys can post your businesses, because I say, you know, if we a family, let's support one another. You know, there's some I'm going to have a portion that got our notaries on there, because we all need notaries to do notary presentments and things like that. So I want to be able to see everybody win. So there will be a portion on there that if you do have a business or something, that you'll be able to add that to the list so that the rest of the family can know, so that we can all trade within each other. But thank you, Ms. Royalty. I truly appreciate that. And I'll send that information to you.
Okay. All right. God bless. Have a nice night.
Thank you. You too. Earl.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a question. I can't find my my Clark County Credit Union T6 form. I found everything else. I found the power company. I found the cell phone bill. I found everything else. It's just the credit union I can't find. And I was wondering if you can help me and look it up or give me some information.
So is your car, your credit, the credit union, is it like a financing?
Yeah, Clark County Credit Union in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Vegas.
They finance your vehicle or something?
Yes, correct.
What dealership you get it from?
Toyota.
So it's under Toyota.
Well, they gave Toyota the check to pay for it, so I'm paying them back.
So it was like a cash sale almost, where you got your check from your credit union and you took it into Toyota.
Yes, correct.
And it's called Clark County Credit Union.
Yes, correct. I found the CEO in the the finance. I found all of them, but just the T6 form I couldn't find. Trustee is a really good website too.
Oh yeah, Trustee is very good.
That's where I found all my T-Mobile, Nevada Power, all of them. A lot of stuff I found on Trustee.
See, credit unions are not backed by the. Credit unions are just so, they different because they all 501c3s, which means they hide inside of another company. So they don't file SEC reports, not up under the physical credit union itself. So Clark County Credit Union, you have their insurance through American Share Insurance Company.
Wow. Oh, wow. You found it that quick? I've been stressing for the last 2 weeks.
I found it on their website.
Let me see. Okay. Do you have it up on your screen? Because it's not showing on your screen.
Yeah, I got to do a screen share though. I'm about to show you where I found it.
Yes, man.
Okay, so
Insured under.
correct. So they're insured under the American Share Insurance. They provide all their monthly financial information to the ASI, which is the American Share Insurance, which is located in Dublin, Ohio. They are closely monitored and duly regulated by the Ohio Department of Commerce and the Ohio Department of Insurance. Additionally, Nevada's own financial institution division annually reviews the CCW and ASI for performance. So you want to go look through the American Share Insurance and they're in Ohio.
So I just go on sec.gov and type that in there.
Because ASI is the nation's largest provider of private deposit insurance for credit unions. So that's who you want to go to. And there's even a phone number for them. Or choose option I. Let's go on their website, see what we find. And it's crazy. You see at the top it says for consumers.
Consumers, yes. Mm-hmm.
But I see her scrolling through her.
So yeah, I would definitely start there with them because that's who they answer to.
Okay, American Share. And I have one more.
Look at your contract that you have with them and see if they have a arbitration clause. They more than likely do. And if they do, you'll do it through the arbitration way, okay?
Okay, and I have one more quick question because I know it's a lot of people online. I filed for my passport card for the do not detain, but I went to the police station. I know this has nothing to do with it, but I went to the police station and the FBI just to see if it would pull up, and they showed no record. Does it take a little while before they actually get it through, or how does that work?
Did you include the FOIA search?
Yes, yes, I did. Mm-hmm. I did everything you said on that Caleb sent us. I did it, but it has, and my passport only has 3 stars on the top instead of, I see some people have 5 stars.
Yeah, that star stuff don't mean nothing to what nobody talk about. That's why if you Google what 5 stars mean, don't let it come up that. If you got 5 stars, you really don't want 5 stars, and because it says you're a damn terrorist. Sorry.
Okay, got it. Alrighty. So
I got 5 stars, y'all are listed as terrorists.
Okay, cool. So it takes a little while before they actually put it in, so you'll be able to see it? Because
you did the FOIA search. Did you update your SSI form?
The what? Which one?
The Social Security form?
Yes, I did that too. Mm-hmm.
How long ago did you do it?
I did it a week after I sent it off. After I sent off the passport.
Do you already got the passport card back?
Yes, correct. I got it last Saturday.
You got it last Saturday.
Mhm.
And when did you go to the police station?
I went Monday morning.
Did you give notice to your governor, your attorney general?
No,
the
I have
department?
not. No, I have not done that yet. No.
So even though they got your FOIA search from the Department of Homeland Security, you still got your regular driver's license?
No, I turned it in
How did you turn it in?
on a little form that you showed us how to turn it in.
What form? I ain't showed y'all no form.
It was a form there. It was somewhere on there about driver's license, how you turn it in.
Oh, that must have been Caleb. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
Caleb. Okay.
So yeah, I know. I don't do a form with them. I do a resend. See, turning it in and rescinding the physical contract are two different things, because the contract with the police is with the driver's license itself. So if it's not totally rescinded, it's still in the system. What did the police say when they pulled your name up?
They didn't. They said they couldn't find anything. I talked to a private police.
They said they couldn't find anything. Like what?
They couldn't find it. Do not detain. Do not arrest. They found my name. They found my name because I got that. The driver's license, the one that we filed for. We get it, and they sent it to us. I got that, and I gave him that information. But he pulled my name up in the system. Everything. He just couldn't find nothing with do not detain, do not arrest, or anything like that.
They always pull your name up. Did they show you the screen?
Yes, they did. I was standing there. It was a police officer right there on the private side. I pulled over and just talked to him. He was on the side of the street, and I gave him my information.
And what did it say when it pulled it up?
It just said my old driver's license and my name, and he asked me where I work at, and that's it. But it didn't say.
The old driver's license is, you just turned it in. You didn't rescind it. You have to rescind it. So what you do is you put yourself under common law already, but a common law copyright.
Yes, I did that too.
Okay, so you're going to take that common law copyright. You're going to take a copy of the FOIA search.
Okay.
And you're going to do a rescission letter.
Got it. Okay.
I would send all state contracts, blah, blah, blah. It could be something really simple. And you're going to send it to, you ready?
Okay, go ahead. I got a pen and paper.
You're going to send it to your governor.
All right, your governor. Already.
You're going to send it to the attorney general.
All right, attorney general. All right.
You're going to send it to the Department of Revenue for your state.
Okay.
Now, when you send it to the Department of Revenue with your state, when you do the rescission letter, make sure that you add in the letter for the Department of Revenue that you need an accounting of your account. Advise them that you know that they are selling your information to non-governmental entities. They'll move you out of their system extremely quickly. You got to rescind that old driver's license. And if you've had a driver's license in any other state, I don't care if it's suspended. I don't care if it's expired, guys. If you, like me, I've lived in Michigan, North Carolina, and now Texas. Okay. Texas, for y'all that's in Texas, the foreign ID, international driver's license worked just fine. When I called the Popo on the whole the other day, I gave them my international driver's license. They gave me no problems, okay? Because I don't have any other driver's license. So I do have a old state ID, but the state ID does not contract you like the driver's license do. But you want to make sure that those have been totally rescinded completely. You're going to also send it to the head of the NCIS, and then that'll take you completely out of the system.
Okay.
Okay, but it's that driver's license, which is why anytime you get pulled over, you give them your passport. Where's your driver's license? Because they need that contract. So you got to rescind it completely. Okay.
Okay, then. Thank you. You have a blessed day.
Thank you. You do exactly the same.
All right.
Charlene Nicole.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Okay. I am doing well. How about yourself?
I'm absolutely wonderful.
Great. Thank you so much for all this information. I can't thank you enough. You are just changing my life, and I know everybody else's as well.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this short. About a couple months ago, I did a so-called quote unquote the coupon method with Discover.
Ooh.
And wait, don't yell at me yet. Don't yell at me yet. So I let it go, and then I realized that they didn't credit my account. So I guess what I did, not knowingly, I did the do not pay, do not collect, because I did contact them and I told them that I did make 2 payments and they didn't properly do my account properly. So then they were nice. They said, okay, we will investigate. And then like a week later, they credited my account, and they said if I had any other documentation to send it in. And I didn't look on my statement because I didn't think about it, but they told me exactly where to do it. So I did it, and I sent it in the mail. And after a couple weeks, I didn't hear from them. So I asked them if they received it. And the representative I spoke to said they weren't sure. So I gave them the tracking number and I said, you did get it. And I told them the exact day. Anyway, fast forward, I let it go. I didn't think about it. So a couple weeks ago after class, I thought about, well, I guess my bill is still in do not pay, do not collect, because they were supposed to send me the results of the investigation and I never got it. They said they did. They sent me something, but it had nothing to do with the investigation. So I did a CFPB complaint. The next day, I got a letter from the CFPB, an email from the Executive Office of Consumer Advocacy, however you say it. And she's going to investigate to see what's going on, basically. My question to you is, should I also let them know what violations that they're doing, as well as, and let her know I know who the trustee is? Thank you, by the way, for doing Discover, because I had the wrong Discover. I was like, oh, this is great. So should I do like you said, like let them know their violations and let her know that I know who the trustee is, and also like carbon copy the trustee, like send them the exact letter, since she's doing the so-called investigation? Because they are reporting to my credit still, and they should not.
So when you did the billing error, you did it in writing, right?
I did it over their chat.
No,
and then I sent the documentation. I'm sorry.
So then you sent them, because doing it even over their chat, remember from last class, and if it's not in writing, they don't have to listen to it. So if it's already in writing and they're doing a billing error, they have 60 days up to 90 days to respond to your billing error dispute. That's number one. Number two, yes, you can send it all to the trustee, because remember, ultimately, according to law, only the trustee is the one that is responsible. So you can absolutely send it over to them as well if you want them. Now, are they reporting that you're paid as agreed, or are they reporting that you are delinquent?
Delinquent.
Okay. So what you do is you're going to, in the CFPB complaint, I will upload the fact that you are in a billing error status right now. And because of the billing error status, they cannot report anything adversely, as we went over the same thing we went over last week, so that they can start reporting it completely and then go from there. But I will go straight to their trustee, and I would point out all of the fraud and what it is doing to their trustee, because remember, only the trustee is the one that's lawfully responsible. And then I will tell them they need to do remedy. I will attach that civil federal cover sheet and tell them that they don't do what you put in that paper, that you go into federal court for securities fraud. And in that letter is when I will get to discussing with them on how they need to make your account open-ended. They need to give you back all your funds back. That is when you start making your list of demands. And yes, and even though you got the consumer advocacy person, you have to remember, even with the CFPB, they defrauding the hell out of us too. They know these companies are defrauding us, and they're still turning a blind eye to the reports and things that we're putting in. They know better than the credit bureau. You're basically doing it to make sure that you have your paper trail. So yeah, send it all, send it to the indentured trustee and the trustee, and you let them know that if they do not comply with the security agreement in which it is that they sign, that you will see them in a federal court and add that federal cover sheet. They'll act a little different.
Okay, so leave the lady from the CFPB, just don't deal with her.
Yep, let her do whatever she gonna do. If she call you, respond to her. That way you got more than one set of eyes that are helping. And then now Discover also knows that it's not just you, that the CFPB, and anytime they give you an advocacy from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, your letter must have been the ultimate shit. You might want to share that with the rest of the class, because they don't just give you no advocacy person. They'll close that damn thing like you ain't even sitting up there to them. So whatever you did a good job with it. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. All right. I have one quick question. I know I'm not crazy for this. About 10 years ago, I had sent off for a credit report from an alternative credit report, an agency. And when I got it back, it was like 3 catalog envelopes thick, like there was 3 of them. And I thought it was LexisNexis. It was everything that I had ever did with my social, like from my library card to my voter registration to every single credit card I had thus far. Which credit? Is that something that I guess I imagined, or is there a specific bureau?
It is probably LexisNexis. LexisNexis got your whole life involved in it.
That's what I thought. And then, but when I got my report, it was all insurance.
So they made I'm gonna tell you, they made a mistake and sent you the wrong report, and that's a bad, because they just told on themselves. You might want to pull that and read it.
Because I did call them and I said that, and I said exactly what I just said to you, and they were like, no, we just have insurance. And I'm like, I could have sworn it was LexisNexis. Okay.
Yeah, pull that report back and look at it and see, but that is definitely a bad. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Tamika. You're a blessing. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. April, because I see you at work. Hey.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, April Credit Hat?
I'm doing good. I had a question. For maybe federal. On my phone. That's so off. Can you hear me? Okay. So I sent maybe federal a IBOE because I got my trustee stuff set up, and they kept the IBOE, and then they turned around and emailed me in the member inbox and said that it was invalid or something. And so I told them to send it back. I said, that's not what you're supposed to be telling me. You're supposed to send it back, and you're supposed to show me the evidence of a defect and allow me the opportunity to appear the defect. Shit. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you.
But I told them they're supposed to allow me the opportunity to cure the defect, and they still haven't sent it back yet. So I was thinking about doing a notary protest on them, or either I was thinking about also putting my trust as a creditor and discharging it in bankruptcy court.
Yeah, I don't know where y'all getting this information from, but I am mistaken. You asked me about this IBOE on another call, and I told you something with it. Yeah, no.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear what you said.
I believe you asked me about this international bill of exchange on another call, and I particularly told you don't do that. Am I right?
I think you're right.
Because I told you not on the right side of the bank to send them an international bill of exchange, and if you didn't send them a UNICAL international bill of exchange, no. And then I'm gonna tell you what you just did. You just gave the bank a whole bunch of money because they didn't trade that international bill of exchange all over the world. But because you are a minor, what is a minor doing with an international bill of exchange? But I think that I told you. Send it to them, and absolutely not. They are not going to send it back because under the Electronic Fund Transfer Act. So now, because you gave them an international bill of exchange, you literally just gave them money, and they have now put it in the system, and they're going to make all of the money off of the world off of you. So I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know. I registered. I registered. I did a non-UCC on it. I registered.
That none of that makes a difference, darling. You are a minor. You can't do any of that. In order for you to successfully take an international bill of exchange and take it to the bank and have them honor it, is that you got to be on the private side of the bank because you are a minor. You're only able to do that in beneficiary status. And they kept it too. They happy as hell you gave it to them. Now they about to make big bucks off of it.
Now they told me that I have to go to arbitration.
What kind of IBOE did you send them, and what were you sending it for?
I was sending it for my truck. Car loan.
Now that means
I did sign a Unical. I went by the articles of how to fill it out and everything, and I did do a UCC 3 on it.
A UCC 3 is a release of lien.
So I mean to assign it. So
the thing
collateral assignment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it don't work like that. I don't know where y'all get it. No, it don't. It don't work like that. You just basically just gave them a free instrument. And they're not gonna give it back because they scanned it in electronically and it's being traded all over China right now. Literally. Yeah, but they did tell you that you had to go to arbitration, right? But you know where else they told you had to go to arbitration at? In your contract. I don't know why y'all trying. It's not about. And I'll say this a million times, if y'all want to beat these people, you beat them at their own game using their own policies. Every last one of y'all car contracts says that if you find wrong with the contract, you have to go through arbitration. Arbitration puts you in do not pay, do not collect status. If you do that arbitration right, you will get your title at the end of it. So basically, they're laughing at you because you're hurt at it because I told you don't send it, and now you sent it, and they're not going to give it back, and then now they're going to put you through hell. They may even stop the step that mail that comes from you because they already know that you're trying to do something. So you're going to have to do it through arbitration. They're not giving that IPO back. I don't care if it's registered. I don't care if it's any of that. They ain't giving it back because they destroyed it. They burned it after they scanned it in the system. And you can't prove that you gave it to them because you're a minor and minors can't talk. Next time, I should tell you don't do something dumb. But yeah, just doing arbitration. I'll be going over arbitration next week, okay?
Okay.
And watch Navy. It was with Navy Federal. Navy Federal good for trying to close your account. They think you're trying to do something, so you better watch yourself and hurry up and try to switch that account over to the private side of the bank before they do something. Zeely.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a quick question. It's more, I've been having an issue with a certain credit union. I've been dealing with it for about a week. I cannot find the T6 on them or even the trustee. And it's put for PSECU credit union.
So let's go over this credit union thing again, y'all. Credit unions are nonprofit organizations. They technically do not have to file with a security exchange. So let me show y'all something. So whoever got Navy Federal, y'all gonna be a little happy today because I'm about to show y'all this again. Let me show y'all when y'all trying to find these credit union companies. This is Navy Federal. Do y'all see how Navy Federal is up under the security exchange? They are registered as a broker dealer. Okay, so all credit unions will be listed as a broker dealer. Do you see what they say? A indirect owned subsidiary of Navy Federal Credit Union. So for everybody that's looking for Navy Federal and you need their security exchange, go under Navy Federal Brokerage Service LLC. They are the parent company. So when you guys are looking for your credit unions, put the credit union name in. like the one you said, the PECU or whatever it's called. Don't put credit union at the end of it. Put broker services, LLC, broker services, anything but the full name and see what you pull up. But for you guys that got Navy Federal, y'all see it? And then look again. So not only are they under Navy Federal Broker Services, LLC is a registered introducing broker dealer, a Security Exchange Commission registered investment advisor. Right? They're also up under the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority and the Securities Investor Protections Corporation. So for everybody that got credit unions, you also want to look under the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. You want to look under the Security Investor Protections Program. You want to either add Broker Service LLC connected to it, and then look again. Now they got Navy Federal Financial Group LLC. So put it in with the name and then put Financial Group at the end of it. Put Broker Services at the end of it to find out where they're located up under the Security Exchange. Because now, here we go. We talked about this earlier, the GAP system and the prescribed rule, which is 17A-5, under the Security Exchange Act of 1934. Because once again, credit unions are nonprofit organizations. The actual credit union is. In order for them to trade your securities, which they are, they're listed up under a LLC some type of way. So put in Financial Group LLC behind there, put in brokerage services, or you could put in PEC, whatever the initials is, LLC, and see what comes up for that. But there y'all go. You see how they get to talk about demand deposits and money market accounts and things like that. Those are the things that, because they have to have a clearing broker in order to clear the securities. If they are nonprofit, they can't do it through a nonprofit. So they have to have, which is a clearing broker, which is ultimately the intermediary bank. So for y'all that's in my private class, I think y'all should know what the intermediary bank is. I believe we talked about that. So that's their clearing broker. So when y'all dealing with these credit unions, just put their name in like that. Don't, or if you're under the Security Exchange, don't put the credit union part on there, just put their physical name and go through each one until you find what you're looking for, okay? My screen sharing is paused. Man, these people was really messing with me. Did y'all see that? Oh, y'all couldn't because it said my screen sharing was paused. Is my still recording? Yeah, say I'm still recording. But yeah, that's how that goes, okay? I don't know where she went. I think you went back mute, but that's how you're going to have to find it. You can't put in the word security credit union. They're up under LLC somewhere. He got his fee. Hey.
Hi.
For
everything. I know you're the same time you had a cold front, we had one out here in Hawaii too. And glad you're okay. So I'm having a really hard time. I found all the other trustees for the ones that I actually listed in the comments, but except for Bank of Hawaii. So they're the hardest one. While during class, I was looking up the sites that you were giving out and I'm reading some of the agreements, but I still haven't, the closest thing that I can find under Bank of Hawaii on Law Insider is Computer Share Inc. It says jointly as depositories. So are they like, does that mean that the two, Bank of Hawaii and Computer Share Inc., or the trust company, sorry, are working together? Would they be like the partner trust account?
Yeah, Computer Share is a couple of them. You're absolutely right.
Cool. Okay, I just wanted to confirm that that was correct. I was looking for since the beginning of the first class I attended, but thank you.
You're welcome. For my people that know how to send me some energy, love, and light, can y'all just shoot it through the screen for me? Just shoot it through the screen for me, y'all. Okay. Shoot it through the screen. Wanda.
Oh, can you hear me? All right. First of all, I want to thank you for everything. And I'm having trouble finding the Duquesne Light because I was looking up all this information on them, and it said that they went private in 2007 because all the SEC filings I found were like from 1999, and the newest one I found was 2006. And then I went on their website, and it said that like everything's like password protected because they're like something about like equity investors or something like that. So they privatized in 2007. But that's my the light company that I go with.
Please don't be mad at me. What's the name of the light company?
Duquesne Light.
What state you in?
Pennsylvania.
Jesus, I'm gonna call on you, Jesus, but you need to come down from the heavens, Lord. You can't spell it for me.
DUQUE SNE. SNE. Yeah, like Duquesne.
Light company.
Yes. Like I looked up all these filings and I found like 1999, 2001, 2004, 2006 was the last one. And then I read on another thing because I didn't find anything past 2006. And then I read on, I think it was their website, that in May of 2007, they went private with like equity investors and things like that. And then they have like this Zoom meeting where they go over their financial documents, but it's like password protected. Like you have to sign up for it in order to get access to it. So I couldn't find anything on them. Like in the old paperwork, I found out that their trustee was First Bank of Chicago and things like that in the old paperwork, but I didn't find anything for current.
So they're up under their parent company, which is Duquesne Lights Holding Incorporated. So start there.
Okay.
They're up under their light holding company.
Okay.
And they only have to do theirs for some reason every 10 years, according to what it looks like.
Okay.
For their 10K and 8K form. And then they got board of directors. And they were actually acquired by private equity investors. So they are actually owned by Duquesne, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Light Holdings Incorporated is their parent company. So look.
Okay. All right. And then a quick question about the SF18. What is it? The SF181, the nationality thing. When you send a copy, do you send it like the copy of the like front and back, with the stamp part and your signature on the back, or just the front part of it?
You're gonna actually send them the original, and you're gonna make it. They'll send it back to you.
Okay. So then just send that to the what it says on the national recording status thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Boy, I try to tell you. Let me tell y'all something, right? God is good. God is good, y'all. God is good. And I want you to know that I know some people had to drop off because it is getting late. It's for the 223 of y'all that's out here. Let me tell y'all something. I appreciate every last one of y'all, okay? And I just need y'all to just keep sending me love, light, and energy. Please do. Please do. Okay. Just send me some love, light, and energy, y'all. Please do. nothing's going to stop what I'm doing. So I'll answer a few more questions because it is getting late. I will answer a few more questions because it is getting late. So, and I'm getting a little tired. So let's see who don't. I talk too much. Love, thank you, Auntie. Auntie texted me, y'all. If y'all got my personal number, please send me some love. Right? Not Jesus. Hallelujah, Lord Jesus. Send me some love in my life. Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Brandon Barnes. Hello there. That's
Hi. Hi, how are you?
I am absolutely great.
Awesome. Well, thank you for everything. Everybody's been saying that, so I know it can sound a little bit repetitive, but I appreciate everything.
You're welcome.
So, I don't have any remedies yet, but the knowledge, it makes me feel a little bit more confident because I understand what's going on and I know what to do. I know what steps I need to take. But so I actually applied. I already filed my arbitration for my car dealer, and they sent it back saying that the dealer did not comply with an AAA's procedure for disclosure. So that in that letter it gave both parties the go ahead to file in the appropriate courts. So I don't even have to go through arbitration. I'm just waiting for some of these other remedies come back. So because I've put out so many arbitrations and all this, it costs money to get all this stuff done. So I'm just waiting for some of that stuff to do it so I can file all the appropriate, because you have to file. There's one filing for each section, right? So if you got securities, you got fair credit reporting or whatever that is, it is one filing for each fee for that, correct?
So
is that confusing? Should I reword that?
Yeah, because I can't even lie to you. I was just in space real quick. So I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, that's funny.
Oh, wait, I had to go to space. I'm back though. I'm back. I promise you. I had to go up there.
I'm laughing because
Yeah,
I'm laughing because I do that too. I do that too. So like somebody be talking and I'm like, wait, can you repeat that? And no, so I filed for my arbitration for my vehicle, for my car loan. The AAA, American Arbitration Association, sent us all an email saying that due to the fact that the dealer did not comply with their disclosure agreement with the AAA, that they won't, not only will they not arbitrate my transaction, they won't arbitrate for any of their consumers because they did not follow the rules. Okay. So it also gave both parties clearance to go up to file in the appropriate courts. So I think that's a good sign that I don't have to deal with an arbitration. I can go straight to the lawsuit. Yeah. So that I already know the remedy. I'm just waiting for some of these other remedies to come back before I do that one, because like I said, this is just a whole lot of money out because everything is happening all at once. And that's not the only arbitration that I filed. I have like 4 other ones. So the other thing is I sent off the instructions off to Bank of New York Mellon, and they just sent it back to me, UPS. They said, they had a little note on that says all such instructions should be forwarded to the issuing company. These are for my credit cards for the 1099s and with the instructions on what to do. And they told me that I needed to send it back to them. So I'm thinking I may just go ahead and just send it back to them with the cover sheet.
Yeah, you can.
But also honestly though,
because if they're not going to arbitrate it, which is good, go straight, but don't do state court, go straight to federal court. And then that fee that federal court is asking you for, you can file for a waiver so that you don't have to pay the fee. And then you can make them pay for it. But at the point that you try to take them to federal court, then they will they'll probably try to work out something with you, especially now that you can arbitration, because they use arbitration as a way to try to stop you from going to federal court with security fraud on the record. So yeah, just go ahead and take them to federal court.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's great. That's great news for me. And also, what want to say too, but some things that's been helping me find all of my trustees. I found all of my trustees except for Credit One. But I know Open Corporates is a good resource to kind of figure out like who the parent companies are and everything like that, so you can get more information. Because usually the ones that you're dealing with is like a subsidiary of a bigger corporation or something like that. So I haven't had too many issues. And also I have a guy who's a consultant. He actually has a LexisNexis account, like the ones that the companies use to search you up and everything. And so he's actually, when he does the UCC filings for the companies, it actually has in the search, like it'll say like Citibank as trustee or whatever. So like that's been real helpful doing the UCC filings. But that's not a resource that most people like have access to. Like, not everyone is going to have access to a LexisNexis report through another company. So, but
yeah, he probably can see stuff that they don't send you. So that's a good thing to be able to have that shit. Send them over my way.
Oh yeah, like I was telling him, I said, man, I think somebody would, like if whatever his fee is, I don't know, I think it'd be something reasonable. Like if you needed like a list of trustees you need to find, you can try to find it through the UCC filings that they have there, that he has available, that he has access to. And if you don't find it, of course, I don't think he would charge you for it. But if he finds it, just like a per situation. I don't know what he will do, but I can ask him.
Find out, because if anything that will be able to help the family in a whole for things that people are looking for, absolutely. That will be, a wonderful thing. I do also have somebody for you guys when we get to that part, an email for you guys to use. Get your CUSIP number search where they send them back to you. He only charged $50. He's certified and approved. If you don't find it for you, we'll refund you your money. I will make sure that you guys get that information too, because it's all hands on deck putting this time to do what we need to do, So yeah, that would be absolutely awesome.
All right, so yeah, great. So like, yeah, I guess I would just really kind of state the fact, didn't really have any questions.
Okay.
But I would say like the 1099 thing, sending it off for your credit cards for the payments, because like I was saying just a little bit earlier, they sent that back to me, telling me I needed to send it to the card issuer, not to them. So
who did you send it to?
It was the Bank of New York Mellon.
Right. So with that, you can CC everybody on there. You can CC the trustee. You can see the actual card issuer itself. Because it has different things where you can send it all to them. But if they directed you to send it to them, send it to them. And if they ask you why you send it to them, say your trustee told me to send it to you, and you know what to do with it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, I don't want to take any more time because there's a lot of hands, and so you're just very busy. So, but thanks for everything.
You are more than absolutely welcome. All right, I'm gonna take like 2 questions, y'all. Then I got to get off. My head just started hurting real bad. Yeah. Oh Lord. Hey, Kimberly girl. Kimberly.
Hey girl, how you doing, boo? How you doing?
I am okay.
Here's what I'll say. I'm glad you're okay. And I will say you never have to apologize for handling your business. You understand me? Don't ever. Because out of everybody that I've been through and researched, you are the absolute truth. You understand? So whatever you got to do in your personal life, that's you. Everything else don't matter. You understand me? You're good.
Thank you, baby.
Whoever rocking with you, they either rocking with you or they not. So don't sit in this class and comment underneath somebody else who's coming for her. You know who you are, and act like you're not trying to use her, because you are. But for those
who is they? Because they can get out now.
Right. But those of us who are in this class who rocking with her, let's rock with her, because we know who she is. You understand? And we all for you. Because if we all for you, nobody could be against you. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I appreciate it.
Okay. Here we go. How you doing?
I'm
Yay. Hi, everybody.
Am I-
So you know me, research everything. I've done just about everything that you've said, but also stood in foundation because I've done my research on the side. I've gotten the stamp. I've done the 1099. I've read my trustee indentured act and written the letters that state what they're supposed to do and sent that off. I have, done the CFPBs. I was the one whose score went up 78 points just off the class, and it continues to go up. Last time I sent you a message and said, we 10 points away from 700, baby, we there. Meaning me.
Yes, that's what I need to hear. Yes, I
Yeah,
love
me
it.
and mine. Okay, me and my daughter. My daughter 26, and she sits and sometimes listens to you on the class, and she's like, "Ma, keep going." That's a real one right there. You a real one, real recognized real. So we got it. And everybody else, yeah, they're hating because I've never known a scammer who wants you to have a foundation. That's
the point.
Want somebody to have foundation. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, let's be real. And they wasn't saying that when they was with her. You understand? Now all of a sudden you're not in that light. All of a sudden it's this and it's that. Don't believe the hype, y'all. They talked about Jesus too. Okay. Anyway.
Thank you.
That's all I'm gonna say. Haters gonna hate. When you get 2, get 4. You got 4, get 8. You know what Cat Williams said. Let's go. So anyway, the question, because I'm following you. I do everything. And again, read everything and research to back it up and have that solid foundation. So with that said, cross-country mortgage, they hiding from me, girl. I've done open corporates, SEC, Edgar, Justia. I've gotten as far as even connecting them to Fannie Mae through their securities. Okay, so I've seen the lines in terms of how they trade our mortgage securities through Fannie Mae. I just cannot find their indenture trustee. Yeah.
Let's see.
So I've gotten as far as, and I'm looking at it now, Fannie Mae Connecticut Avenue Securities Trust, which actually names Cross Country Mortgage as a mortgage servicer under, authorized by Fannie Mae, but it does not give a trustee.
All right, let's see. Here the cross country mortgage. LSC is an equal opportunity lender. Federal Trade Commission. The Department of Financial and Professional Regulations Department is one that you would want to get with them. But hold on, let me see. Because they're out of Texas, it looks like. Oh, wow. Where'd it go? I don't know. I just looked up on some little sheet of paper. Oh, wait a minute. What is this?
And yes, I also send you love and light daily and the little messages because this work takes strength and perseverance.
It really does. And I ain't gonna stop moving, and I'm not gonna give people my energy either. So I'm not. They can keep looking stupid, and just let it be like that. And while I'm looking for this information, if y'all on here, because I got eyes everywhere, so you just straddling the fence and you don't get another Zoom link. They can teach you how to get on Section 8. You can go down there and they'll teach you that. But hold on, let me see. They are hiding like a mug. All right, give me a day so I'll find cross-country mortgage for you. If I'm not mistaken, I have them in my database of trustees. I believe they one of them, but give me a day or so. I might end up finding for you tonight. But yeah, I do know that they're hiding up under another company. If I'm not mistaken, I had them for another client like last year, but I'll look it up for you. The mortgage companies do be hiding up under another mortgage company. And the mortgages work just a little bit different than like your regular things. But yeah, I'll look that one up for you. Okay.
Thank you. I have like 26 trustees that I was able to find from companies that were hiding, but them and Merrick Bank is hiding under CardWorks, and I'm still looking for their trustee. So that's another one.
Was that one? Did you put that on the list of trustees and on the post? Good. Okay, because I'm going to go through those and see. Those for you guys when I get some time. So I will do that. Let me do an any, mini, mighty mo right quick. Let me see who I ain't talked to. Yanni, you're more than welcome, and I appreciate your statement. And like I said, I appreciate y'all. Let people say what they gonna say. You know, I would be mad too if the person who funded my entire life ain't funding me no more. Let's go next.
Right.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Great.
Okay, yeah. So I am with GM Financial. So when I keep trying to find information about them, they keep saying formally as AmeriCredit, but I ain't able to find nothing strictly for the trustee on GM Financial.
So your cars under GM, is they the finance company?
GM Financial? Yeah, finance company. But when I got my contract, it say a different company on there, but I make my payments to GM Financial, so.
What company do your contract?
You say what?
What company does it say on your contract? What company does it say on your contract?
Hold on 1 second. I ain't got the information right now. I'm sorry. But I'm so sorry. But when I look up, it keeps taking me to AmeriCredit. And when I search anything for GM Financial. So do I just go to AmeriCredit because that's what keeps pulling up for GM Financial?
No.
Like, is that their parent company?
General Motors, Mary T. Barra, let's see. Holland, under directors. Let's see. Who did you do the original contract with?
GM Financial.
Oh, so everything. I mean, not them. Where did you get the car from? Was it a General Motors?
Chevy dealership.
It's a Chevy dealership. Now let me get into here. So when you're looking for GM's financial, look under GM Financial Automobile Leasing Trust 2022.
So this is toxic because you don't have to do it.
And they are up under AmeriCredit. AmeriCredit is their servicer. Bank of Mellon, New York is their trustee bank. Hold on, let me show you. Now y'all be like, I didn't know this she did. When it's your call and it just fall in your lap. It just falls in your lap. I promise you it too. All right. You see it? So GM Financial Consumer Automobile Receivable Trust. Okay. So that's where they deposited your note. So the AmeriCredit is doing business as GM Financial. So AmeriCredit Financial Services is GM Financial. They're doing business as that. Okay. That's just like my business, Henry Ross and Consulting, is doing business as GM Financial. I'm sorry, doing business as Path to Freedom. You know what I'm saying? So their collateral agent is Bank of Mellon, New York. And let's see here. Get some releases. See if it give me, there you go. You see this? Might want to snap a picture, baby. So you got Wilmington Trust Bank. You got American Financial Credit Services, who's acting as a servicer. And then you got the trust collateral agent, which is Bank of Mellon, New York. You got it? Hold on. Lonnie, where'd she go? Where you at? I don't see you on the screen no more. But yeah, there it is. So look, pull it up under the GM American Financial Trust part, and then it'll pull up for you. But it's Wilmington Trust and the other one that I just told you. All right, I'm gonna take one more. Roxanne.
Hey.
Hello.
Last but not least, I was just like, okay, I'll get it the next time. Thank you so much for everything. I had, based on the questions on the topic of subject that was discussed tonight, there's so many questions, but I normally can only ask one. In reference to the young lady, what was her name? Royalty. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but I really enjoyed her testimony and what she's going to do on your behalf as a gifting. But she has a BMW. I have one too. And I had a question about the insurance. So if I heard you mention that if you are, because the industry that I'm in, I deliberately stopped working so that I could study private side processes to move forward, because I stay so busy and I don't have the time. So I stepped down just to do this. So I'm trying to learn everything so quick. So when I do go back, I'll have all this ready. But what I did was I stopped working deliberately, and it's a sacrifice. So I want to know about the insurance. You mentioned something about we all have insurance with our contracts, and I'm sure it's possible, but I would like to be able to utilize that while I'm out of work. And also the discharging procedure, I think I'm gonna go for that as well. And then I heard you mention about let's see. Oh, filing a bankruptcy, that's an option. I don't know if I want to do that now, but the filing the bankruptcy, and to put a lien on the vehicle before, if I did consider bankruptcy. So I don't know, some insight on that as far as the insurance, I guess.
Okay, so that insurance, one, they are the beneficiary of it as of right now. So once you go into the arbitration, then you can add that into the arbitration. It's changing you over on the credit life insurance so that you can collect on that and remove them as the beneficiary that they are right now. So that would be here, but that's the only way you're going to be able to access that insurance, because they're going to swear up and down the dealer that they don't know what you're talking about. But when you get into arbitration, they will. You're going to, with any vehicle, and that goes for anybody, whether you're going after your car company or not, there is no lien there. You have to protect your property. Just go ahead and lien it.
Okay, so lien it first. And then if I want to go after the insurance, then I just go through that procedure.
Do arbitration.
Before arbitration.
You got to do everything via arbitration.
Via arbitration. Right. Okay. All right. But, I'm so nervous because I didn't think I was going to have a chance. So I guess I'll get some other questions on the next time.
Yes,
I know you're tired.
Yeah, no, the arbitration will be in the next call. We will go step by step, page by page. The first thing we'll do is actually break down a auto contract. I have 2 different students have sent me with their permission, have given me their contracts. So we are going to go over those contracts in detail. I'm gonna show you guys where you just basically gave them everything, including all of the proceeds. And then I'll show you how within the contract, how they tell you how to get out of it. So we'll go through the contract first, line by line, the stuff y'all need to see. So hopefully if you guys on the next call, just have your contracts with you, because I will be going through a retail installment agreement. And I actually have 2. I have a purchase order where I'll show you what they actually send over to the bank, so you'll know what to ask for when you're calling the financial institution. And because it will not be the same document that the car dealership gave you, it looks totally different. The numbers do not look the same. It looks like they really credit you for this car, and then they sold. And then I'll walk you guys through how to fill out the arbitration documents to make sure that they are sufficient, to make sure that they in arbitration. So we'll be doing that in the next class.
Right. So I'm not really behind on my notes. I'm due for a payment now. I don't want to pay it, but I guess I should. Well, if not,
I never tell anybody to stop paying their bills until they have it in the do not collect, do not pay status. So you'll never hear Path to Freedom tell you to stop paying your bills, because I'm not about to be responsible for them to come repo your stuff, period. That's why I don't condone that. Like, even on that 1099 form, y'all see, I said, keep paying your bills until you get notification back, because these people do try to do whatever it is that they want. I don't want to see nobody carless. I don't want to see nobody without no lights. Enough people who have done processes that has happened to where but it didn't come from me, and I don't want it to be nobody in it class, because then I'm gonna feel like I got to go get your car for you, or your life cut back on for you. So I would never do that. So guys, for you guys who I did not get a chance to answer your question, I did screenshot this page so that on the next call that I can get to you guys. If it's something that's urgent, just shoot me a DM. I normally do kind of respond when I do get the time to do so. Once again, I appreciate every last one of you guys. Hopefully this gave y'all just a little bit more when it's into trying to find these trustees, and I am trying to put something together to make it easier for you guys with that. So yeah, as far as the other videos I talked about, discharge and other, I will drop them in my stand store because they're very beneficial. And it does have a lot of information in there that can help you guys when it comes to the discharge process. Once again, y'all, only the people that's trying to send me good energy and light, because if you're trying to send me something bad, let me tell you something that's going to turn around and bounce back on you. That's why people mad now, because their life is falling to fucking shits. And at the end of the day, please don't send me nothing bad. Send me love, energy, and light, because it can be tested so far. So I'm just gonna go to bed or something. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something real quick? People have to understand however you want to speak it out, that this is all spiritual, and the universe, what you put out, you get back. So, people do horrible things and they just think that it's going to pass them. They better look up over their shoulder. So if you're out to do good, to help people, and know that this is all for us, and you're putting yourself on the line for us. And that's what people need to appreciate. Your delivery and how you do it is your way. People don't want to take the time to study and look into what it is that you're offering them. And then, they may want to say it's a scam or whatever they want to do. I don't know what's happening, but people need to understand that this is spiritual as well. I feel good that before I knew anything about this, that I had my spiritual foundation, and I know how stuff go down because my ancestors love me too. And nobody's out here to try to battle, shouldn't be out here battling each other, because it's, the universe is for all of us. It's just something that we need to we need to know that we have our own guides and our spirits protecting us. So to go and just try to harm someone is just not good. It's not even worth it. So that's all I want to say. And God bless you for all the work you do. Thank you.
And I'm not gonna quit on y'all. I promise you that I'm not. And if you're straddling the fence, just get out now. Because somebody gonna tell me, they gonna say they seen you. Just I don't do lukewarm. I just want to help everybody. I just want to see everybody win, and it's just as simple was that I want y'all to have the foundation to free your family, to free yourself. If that is not your goal, you can exit stage left, and I'm not gonna cry about it because I got a lot of people that trying to get in this class that cannot. So if you're in here for the wrong reasons, just leave. If you don't leave, my spirit guide's gonna make you leave. And I got a couple of them on this call. They will make you leave. So besides that, guys, the next call, have y'all contracts. And that arbitration is not just for cars. I'm telling y'all, in every last one of your credit card holder agreements is what you want to pull. The card holder agreement, you're going to see on that card holder agreement, it talks about arbitration. So this arbitration class that we'll be having coming up will not only work for your cards, it will work for credit cards and cell phone bills and other things, because T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, all of them have arbitration clauses within their agreements. And on that note, y'all send me some love, energy, and lights that I stay at my house tonight. And I love all of y'all. And good night. Auntie, please call me ASAP. Auntie, I know you're still on the call. Call me, please. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.